Hi everyone, welcome back to the Uncoachable co-stream. It is actually just me this time. So we've had obviously some difficulties getting the boys together. Hunter is at his nan's 90th, God bless her. So he's not available for any of the NA ones today, tomorrow, or Saturday. But we'll be back for Sunday. Chris is out in China. So obviously for the European flash shops, he is coaching Ex Oblivion, so he's in their games and therefore busy. And then for the NA ones, because he's in China visiting his wife's family, he doesn't really have access to a computer or a proper setup or anything like this. So it's a little bit scuffed, a little bit of trouble getting everyone together, but we'll still bring you the games. We'll have a look through. My initial thoughts. We can bring up a bracket actually, and I can talk you through my decision making because I've been busy, and I got permission from actually all of the teams. Let's see. Mm, testing, 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 testing. All right, I think we're back. The problem is, obviously, there's a 3 minute delay. So it's actually going to take you a little while, which is a shame because I think I did just explain all of my decision making and why we did all of that. So I'll wait for everyone to catch up. Well, actually, should I just do it again? Well, let me tell you what I do. Let me need to get on the old blower to rocket and or who else did I get added? All right. All right. I think okay. I'm locked in. We're back. So you've only had the visual side of me explaining what's going on as opposed to the actual side. So I'll give you the TLDR, but it was essentially that I think this game's actually going to be closest for WISP versus Left Right Good Night one, mainly because there was a little tournament Washington Danny told me about called the Mistletoe Madness, where actually Left Right Good Night went on a pretty wild run to get all the way through to the final, beating teams like Timeless Obsidian and O3 Splash, which makes me think actually Left Right Good Night might really be able to punch up in this kind of middle of the pack contest, which is probably I put Wisp, uh, well, right, O3 Splash, Timeless Obsidian, and Left Right. I put these four in kind of like behind the top two, above these two, so I think maybe this is actually in this bit of a bracket, the Wisp, Timeless Obsidian, Overly Splash, Left, Right, Good Night, which are all on the same side of the bracket. I think these are the real. There's actually a lot of good battling to be done here in terms of um, who's actually who's actually going to go through. So I want to start there. I want to start with a Wisp, Left, Right, Good Night. And I think realistically, we might actually stay for just the winner of this game versus most likely Timeless out of this one. I kind of feel for the most part, Primus Tornado are actually just going to storm this side of a bracket and set themselves up in the upper bracket final. And it might not actually be that interesting to watch. Plus, the nature of um, plus the nature of sorry, it's just caught up to it fixing live. Okay. So, plus the nature of teams like Previous Tornado is because we're going to watch this game and this game and this game and this game, we're going to see a bunch of Previous Tornado play. So, while we may be stuck with EXO in the earlier ones, I'm actually quite interested in taking some of the low ones here. So, let's go back to can I do transitions? We've got a real sort of like one man band kind of vibe going on. Um, so I think where the audio broke previously, it was actually because it was when I changed scene, and that's I think because I've reloaded my camera in OBS Ninja. You know, boring technical stuff. But I think I know what the problem is. We just got to keep an eye on it for other transitions, and I'll be vigilant. Um, so let me go. Hold on, I need to message for respective people and see if I can get a lobby invite. And then we will be in. Where am I going? Where am I going first? I think, who did I add? I think I've got Luke on friends. I've got Luke. and I've got all kit. All right. So in terms of actual predictions for this game, I think it really still has to be um, left, right, good night. Who are the favourites for this? Oh no, sorry, I've said that wrong way round. It um, really has to be WISP who are favourites for this. I think while Left Right Good Night had that good Mistletoe Madness type run, I'm big fans of Rocket, big fans of Chopper. I think whenever we've scrimmed them in our time in London when we would play contenders teams, they were actually always some of the most impressive players we played against, um, especially as a DPS duo. So actually really excited, really hot on these guys. I think likewise when we played Valiant, I thought Lyre was okay, sort of did his job type of player, but I thought CJ was actually one of the better flex supports going around that kind of like lower Overwatch League level. So there was even a point actually where we were considering getting CJ at one point on London um, when we were considering roster changes for this would have been halfway through season 6. So when we removed Sky and Dennis and we were looking at roster changes, one of the potential roster changes we had in mind was potentially not only getting Sauna, but also getting CJ in at one point. So we were actually pretty keen on him and thought he could maybe buffer our ability to play to get an Ana player and play a bit more dive. Obviously, in hindsight, it's probably true that and that CJ wouldn't be able to fix that either. Hold on, let me just yeah. All right, yeah. So I've messaged Rocket and Luke mainly just to see if I can get myself in lobby or if they've got the lobby up yet. But hopefully one of them does, and we'll get in there in no time at all. Radio silence from the boys. Everyone's in a custom game, which means I presume they're finishing scrims. Oh, hold on. Hold on. All right, we're in lobby. We're in lobby. Sorry. And let me just hold on. Someone's asking. Starting with WISP. Second. All right. Sorry. Typing, sorting stuff out, and getting everything ready. But we are in game. We are. Let's see. We're gonna actually. I'm gonna need to. You're gonna have to bear with me as I'm sort of having to do a little bit. Oh wait, hold on. I've been invited by. Uh, sorry. Let me just message. I'm getting actually slammed. Or started. Whoa. All right, sorry, I'm just getting messages from people at the same time as a lot of this is happening. So I'm a little bit one man bandy, which means I'm going to have to be sort of, I don't know if this joke will translate as if most to any non-British viewers, but if anyone remembers Little Britain, there was very much for sing the theme tune, write the theme tune, a bit from Little Britain, and that's a little bit how I feel right now. So you might have to listen to a little bit of me just sort of narrating out loud what I'm doing. So we are updating the overlay and we are putting left, right, good night on the left, easy, and WISP on the right. And I am super, super, super keen to make sure the audio works when I change scene, because that would be bad news if it doesn't. All right, so let's do a testing, 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 testing. I'm going to lose my. All right, we're in. We're in. Oh, I bet, I bet you thought I had you for a second there. But we've made it in. We've made it in. We've got the teams. Everything is locked in. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting a call from Hadi. Hold on. Yo. What's up? Wait, hold on. Okay, they should be able to hear you on stream now as well, so
Amazing,
don't say anything
dude.
you wouldn't want your parents to hear.
Dude, in game, okay? I meant it
In-game?
in game. Please come down.
What?
I meant
But
it in
in-game?
game, okay? I didn't mean it, okay?
What are you saying?
I'm just chilling, dude. Like, I was watching the uncoachable VOD while I'm just like letting the day reminisce, and then I was like, I just clicked on you being live, and I see you being live without anyone, and I just felt bad for this little guy. So
Yeah.
I just have to, if I'm on my PC anyways, I just have to join. Like, I would feel like such a bad guy seeing you alone, and I'm so on my PC and then heading to bed, you know? I would be so bad, so that's why I'm
you,
here.
you know what I realized I did when I messaged. Yesterday I messaged everyone to say like, hey, is it okay if we come in lobby, we stream your games, all of this stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and what I didn't realize is like what I really meant to say was we're just asking everyone's permission, and then we'll pick the games each day that we want to stream. Might be yours, might not be yours.
Yeah.
So because I didn't quite say it as explicitly as that, I think some people thought I was specifically asking about like their next game tomorrow with the idea to stream it.
Oh.
So I maybe accidentally baited some people into thinking they were getting the uncoachable coverage when they were
Oh,
impact.
are they pissed,
Just
bro? Because
nah, they're not. They're
uh,
not pissed, but it's just like
like, oh, I
when I
wish I
loaded up the
got
game
the
now.
uncoachable coverage. Oh, fuck,
Yeah, like
man.
it's just
I was waiting all day. I was excited all week. Uncoachable covering us.
it was it was just when like it got to like 5 minutes before like the official match time, and then suddenly like four different people messaged me, and I'm like, oh, I've not been 100% clear with
Oh, that means they were excited for it, dude. You ruined
exactly,
their fucking days, man.
exactly.
Fuck, dude.
Um,
Cause it's fun to be casted by you guys. I mean, I was watching the vote back, so it's
yeah,
fun. It's fun.
you did well as well, actually. Like I saw, obviously,
It
like
was a
we expect you,
dogfight, dude.
yeah, expect you guys to do well, but like it felt like you were the clutch guy today, getting these
Yeah,
like big value
yeah.
knives, the big value primals, everything.
I was doing okay, but did you see me fucking running it down on Doom on like the last fight? I was playing so good on Doom, dude, and then I just run into a spawn, bro, and the clutch
Yeah,
situation, bro.
that overtime, I was actually like, they're shook. They're not going to do it, you know. Like SRP
Yeah,
check, they're rattled, you know.
yeah,
Right,
bro.
do you want in game as well?
Yeah, invite me, bro.
Yeah, yeah, we're just about to kick off.
But yeah, bro, I was like so proud of myself in the moment of playing good on Doom, and then somebody was like, "Oh, Soren can die, Soren can die," and I saw like us trading, like 1 or 2 of us dying, right? In this dogfight OT. So I was like, okay, I have to kill Sojourn to like equalize it with our spawns, you know? And then I just running it down like a complete fool, dude. Like a complete fucking fool, bro. Anyways, this is serious.
It's literally starting.
And it's just perfect timing. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this is the Reaper Moira.
May. Chow was suggesting to this on XXO the other day, and I was like, "There's no way this comp can work."
Yeah, this is like a Korean nerd comp. I don't know why Korea thinks this can be good, but we're actually seeing it. Them just fucking running it down main, and of course it doesn't work if you just walk 5 people main. This is not how Overwatch works, guys. You don't walk 5 people in a straight line. Even when you watch people like the London Spitfire just run it down 5 people in a straight line, it's a bit more intricate than what we just saw from this one.
Yeah, it's weird because on paper, I feel like WISP should be the better team here. You know, like Chopper and Rocket, 2 players I like.
Oh, they're insane, dude. They have Liar and CJ as well. And I think Riker is good too, to be honest. I think he's a rename. I forgot which, no offense, but I think he's really good. Like whenever I saw him in the NA ranked. And they managed to press W, have a tiny bit of a reset then, and then just keep going. And fucking Chopper cleans them up.
This is very weird now because it's now just one time it completely failed, one time it completely worked.
Yeah, but they dodged some CDs this time, I feel. So yeah, it was better.
Early call for CJ. Everyone else coming up to their ults as well. Actually, going to be a really tough fight. I think once they get their ultimates, actually the Sig comp is stronger.
Yeah, but I think Coalescence can maybe get a lot of value here. I actually rate Coalescence.
Walled actually.
Oh.
Walled and blizzarded. Oh, it's a big blizzard by Dennis.
That's a big play from Dennis, to be honest. Reading the situation perfectly, denying the Coalescence while we're getting trades.
Yeah, nice rock onto Riker, bullying him back. They're trying to heal him out.
Oh, dismayed from...
actually. Yeah, it's got ice.
The shield?
Beat's gonna save him.
No way he stays alive, that's crazy.
They all live actually, the retake's really on here. They can't hold it.
Chopper on the flank, he really wants to repolt here. He's running to the Mega. I'm with all eyes on Chopper right now. Chopper got denied.
Just to die slow now, get as much progress as you can, reset. We've got CJ and Lethal still on a flank. Oh, CJ's actually
going on? Riker's back with the Ramata ult. Are we turning this fight? No, surely not. Beat and West by Liar with a boop. Ramata ult still to go for Riker.
Icy
okay, they clutched it.
Yeah.
Surely, they clutched it somehow. I saw Icy on the back of the map 1v1ing Liar for 20 minutes. Maybe you could have used this time more efficiently there. But, yeah, just an absolute fucking clutch. Crazy.
Actually a huge clutch fight. So, I was saying to the guys before you came on, that the reason I chose this game is there was a Mistletoe Madness tournament where
Mistletoe Madness? What is that?
It's just like a $600 tournament, but LeftRightGnight won it and beat a couple of the other Flash Ops teams. Not like the big ones, but the mid-table ones. So actually, I think they might be a dark horse, really.
We scrimmed them too. We scrimmed them too. I mean, this round is not gonna go their way, I think, but we scrimmed them as well, and they were quite good, honestly.
Yeah, I think on paper it's a pretty solid team, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, if I look,
Left, Icy, Lethal.
Both of these rosters are kind of good, no? Filled with some Overwatch League talent. With Lethal, Lukmino Lab, and CJ and Liar. And I would say Rocket and Chopper is like the dynamic duo who would be next up if something like Overwatch League would still exist, you know?
Yeah, like 100% if there was an Overwatch League Season 7. Because they're both American as well, they would be like top of so many teams' lists to try and get in. I know when we were considering, when we got Sauna eventually, Rocket was on the list for us as well at one point.
Yeah, we were talking about Rocket on our walks, I remember.
Yeah. You know who else we were talking about? I remembered this. I think I said it before the game, but I was accidentally muted because of classic technical issues. But
of course.
CJ was also on our list at one point as well when we were doing our mid-season roster changes.
I remember.
A A few exclusive
Londoners.
potential London rosters could have been Rocket CJ.
That's actually genuinely true.
So now it's a May Reaper, but still a May Reaper. Gonna try and run into him here. And this time it's going to be a mirror ram from Icy, and they're trying to make them walk all the way along. They kind of bullied them.
Yeah, Icy has the space advantage here for sure.
Yeah.
Very interesting to not see Sim from either teams on Village. Very interesting decisions.
Yeah, it's really. Yeah, I feel like it should just get outvalued here. I was really kind of surprised that actually WISP were able to get all the way to point there without just getting mowed down or losing someone. They got a really early coal from it.
Yeah, they're gonna get the early coal. Icy's almost has the Ramacho ult annihilation. They're rushing in with the coal. Good disengage actually, though, really good disengage.
Oh,
see, they're still just sketching.
Luke Mino's in so much trouble now. Chopper should just get every cleanup kill now.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe I was disrespecting this Korean god comp for no particular reason. Maybe it is a Korean god comp.
Yeah, maybe Chow was right all along and I was actually the hater.
Yeah, I mean, it's working so far, so you can't say anything if it's working, really.
It's important to always analyze completely with hindsight here.
I mean, so... that's always what I do. I hate on something, or it's working. This is looking amazing to me. But no, wall is already out, and look, Mino has the window. Surely we'll be looking for it very soon. No Ramacho shield either. Oh, but look, Mino's so far away.
As well.
Yeah, nice. He gets out the window. TP Reaper engage. Beat goes down. Okay, nice.
They won the fight, but they lost it. Oh, he's gonna try and win it. Chop.
I mean, I love it, bro. I see the vision. I see the vision.
It's one of those where you know you shouldn't, but you see oh, there's four people who might die.
That's what I do sometimes with Queen ult, and I just hitting up a fucking Junker Jax. You just really want to clutch. You can see the highlight, you healing with all of that, so I can really feel Chopper there. Are they just gonna make the rotation to the point? No, this is on the point for free and they have a May ult! They just get the flip for nothing! Okay, Vision with the flank Sojourn ult there. Goleston's May ult on the point.
Vision's gonna get caught by it, he just gets caught by it! Annihilation on point from Icy and Lethal's picked up too!
This is the same performance by Lethal, to be honest.
Yeah, Lethal's looked rock solid on May.
Yeah, he's doing quite good. Let's check out the ults. Okay, we have Annihilation and Lethal's coming up to the Blizzard. I actually think I don't know the team names, but the Lethal team is actually winning right now in control.
Yeah, Lethal is for LeftRightGnight.
LeftRightGnight. I like that name a lot, actually. Yeah,
their icons boxing gloves and a pillow as well.
No way we can just go to the point and pick up Vision on our way. How is that even possible? That's crazy. Lethal has a May ult though, but we don't expect it, I think. We're running into Lethal with the May ult. He's gonna get a big freeze. Big boop, big freeze. Oh, the beat is just a second too late. Yeah.
Now a dogfight, but it's form advantage for Riker actually, so he needs to get value on this timing. Lethal's so low, he's so low, they get him.
Icy got a... Oh my god. They don't manage to even touch the point.
LeftRightGnight absolutely hate this point.
Oh, they fumbled the bag. I think. I can see the vision of the May Lucio Moira comp, but letting them to point for free without some teleporter, surely there has to be something that we can do to stop them, mess up their lives a little bit more, you know?
We think you have wall, and because you're playing Ram, you've got the slow as well.
Yeah.
You've even got the Sojourn as well. There should be so many things that can just make this rotation horrendous.
Yeah, for me as a player's perspective, sometimes maybe it's hard to pick out a target, you know? Without a clear target, when you're playing with a May, Lucio, Reaper, Moira composition, Ramatra, you can't really pick out anyone first. You need to kind of bleed them, get out their cooldowns, focus somebody out of position, play really off opportunities and cooldown management, so it can really punish you if you don't have that understanding, I feel like.
Yeah, because everyone's got a panic button, right? The Reaper, the May, the Moira. It's really hard to actually just expose anyone unless they just don't press their shift in time. So it's really is like a get as many cooldowns on the rotation and then find the fight. But it certainly felt just a little bit too easy there. But in terms of the actual like straight up brawls, it really felt pretty close. Could have gone either way.
That's true. Why is there so much barking in the match though? Are we having rivalries here between the WISP and LeftRightGnight? Talking about the
Can you
comp
play
sheet
Moira
and
here or what?
Tensor getting the strat book. Tensor pulling out a strat book. What does it say in the comp sheet? I don't really know the full lore to that. I wish I was included in it, but I just don't feel.
It's saying the comp sheet. We've never had a comp sheet, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe it's like a cheat sheet, you know? This counters this counters this.
We would just remember the comps, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that deep.
that's what I would think about.
I mean, there were probably almost definitely times where it would be like, wait, did we play here yesterday? Oh yeah,
That's true, that's true. You think they're going to play the Moira on a map like this, like Midtown?
Nah, they can't. I think it just has to be more of a standard
Nepal is really good, especially the two kind of stages that they played. The first fight obviously not so good in Sanctum, they lost it as well, but once the ults are rolling and they can get some space, it works out for sure. Map like this, maybe it's a bit too open.
Yeah, so it looks like it's definitely going to be just the standard Rambat Mei Sojourn, which is what everyone except for you guys seems to agree is like basically the meta in some form or another.
Yeah.
It's going to be an Anakiri Tracer Hanzo, at least for now, out of WISP. This is very much a Houston style comp, right?
It is very Houston style. Let's see if we can get some Violet performance from Laya here.
The NA Violet, let's see. So we're going to try and play wide. Looks like Vision's just quite happy to match that initially as well. Nothing crazy happening, slowly taking space here. Really on Laya or Rocket to try and force the opening on this flank. And Riker's actually pushed all the way up with him. Rocket swapped the other side. Pressure on Luke Mino. I mean, Rocket's always been good at Tracer, and now he's got that 6 damage. Really see if he can turn it on for his team here.
Yeah, I feel like what LeftRightGnight has to do is just like punish mistakes coming in here from WISP. So it's really hard for WISP to get an opening, and they are always under constant pressure of Lep just speeding onto a target. Icy and Lep are looking for an opportunity. Icy's pushing into Chopper. He thinks he sees something, but
no one else is there.
What? That's crazy. Crazy peel. And Leafy gets a nice shot. Yeah.
I thought it was over for Icy because I was looking at it, and actually Luke Mino and Lep had both gone back to peel for lethal, so it looked like Icy was actually just making a bit of an int for himself.
Yeah, I thought Icy was absolutely cooked, about to get naded and his life ruined, but then we just got 2 picks from the DPS, a clutch lamp as well to keep Icy alive, and it's looking good.
Yeah, and actually pretty slow nano boost coming out from CJ as well.
True.
Laya's going to be close to Kiriol. But yeah, just the same again. I imagine this will start very much the same way. I'm not seeing a whole lot from Chopper so far on his hands though. They actually force Ice Block on the left here. Vision could be in trouble. Pulse Bomb doesn't connect though. They do lamp anyway, so they can still take space off this. Still just hovering around. They've slowly taken the map away from LeftRightGnight here. Vision stuck behind in Grow House.
Leave it for another pick.
They just shut him down. They carry ulted on point as well, so that's going to get no value. Riker's still fighting, and actually,
not onto Riker. Riker's going to survive here, get another form and then annihilation. Let's see if we can make it work. Oh, Lethal is just getting picks though. Then it's the swag for a reason. Just making it work.
He is, yeah. Every fight so far on this map has started with a lethal opening pick.
It's true. I was feeling like Riker could make it work with the Kiri ulted super punch Mike Tyson combo with the nano boost, but they're just really able to kite it, and Lethal is just getting picks in the crossfire.
I remember us calling the Kiri ult Ram the Mike Tyson combo.
Yes.
And they forced the Ice Block here, and now it's an annihilation on top. He's dropped the Mei ult. Oh,
nice spacing from Riker, gets out of the Mei ult as well.
Now it's just 5v4. They can walk forward on point. Icy does have this annihilation though, so a chance to do
He
something
needs to get
for
some
him.
value of it, but he kinda use it to survive. Gets naded as well. Like, yeah, it's just over for Icy.
Yeah, there's a couple of bad ults there. The Mayot gets no value, the Annihilation gets no value, then all of a sudden it just becomes very easy for WISP. And a few false starts, but this next part of the map should be a lot easier for them, I think. They can really press and force cart a lot, make it really difficult for LeftRightGnight.
I think you're right, but we're seeing swaps. Now we swap.
It's just a mirror.
That's just a hot take, no? Surely the first point. I mean, I fully agree with your analysis. Surely the first point is the hardest to cap for WISP comp, and then they swap off the WISP comp and just going straight into the mirror.
Okay, well, no, each to their own, I guess.
Each their own.
And actually, Luke Miller is on Kiri because he swapped to get back to first point here, so a little bit awkward. Kiri not optimal in the brawl, but he doesn't really have the Kiri ult.
Yeah, we have the Mike Tyson combo.
Yeah, forced out here. And actually, Rocket is so deep. He's in so much trouble right now. They're going to sweep him up, and Riker's trying to trade, but I think he's maybe just cooked here on the repush.
Oh, how do we get a kill there?
He's going to fall now as well. He can get the mate too. What's his block?
He's just going to keep pushing advantage. Yeah, he has another ult as well if he needs it. He doesn't even need it though. CJ gets traded, but this is looking really good for WISP.
The Riker takeover there, it looked like they were 4v5, they were getting forced out, but all of a sudden Riker gets like a sniper style pick on lethal across the map. The bigger orb.
Yes, they buffed the Ram Mouse 1 and the Riker is making full use of it. Okay, we see a flip here.
He's just Rocket's on point by himself.
Rocket is completely caught again. Mailed on top, Mailed just ends up zoning. Riker completely split, gets off the ult. Can he survive? No, Riker goes down.
Really weird one there. I mean, it's reasonable enough to keep your May on point to force these things, but you have to be ready if they're just going to run underneath you to go help your boy. And it seems like WISP didn't have a full plan there, but they're still kind of making this a dogfight. But yeah, I think CJ should be okay to get out.
Yeah, I feel like Rocket kind of sold his team there. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like Rocket didn't see the push coming, and then everyone had to get in last second to panic to help him. Very sad. So we're having let's see the ult trade coming up. Rocket with the big mail. Rocket needs to get a lot of value off the Blizzard, I feel like. Otherwise the Annihilation and the Soldier and ult are just gonna do too much.
I think in theory, Mail really should trump every other ult in this comp. You can get good value with it.
It's gonna be a big one here, I feel like.
They're all lining up
just lay it down, brother. I feel like it's a good one. There's a Ramacha on you. He's inside of you, Rocket. I think you just press the button.
There's only 20 seconds left.
Yeah, we're deciding against him. We're gonna take an eco push. We still have beat Mailed, but we have 10 seconds on the clock. Do Laya and Rocket really think that we have time for this?
They don't touch, surely. Laya's walled.
The beat's coming in. Beat a Tracer. Chopper's going for it. Come on, Chopper, you got that. Come on, guys. We had the beat and the Mailed there in the close-up brawl. Surely we can just press both those Q buttons and get the free win.
Like really, if I'm looking at this and I'm trying to be an Overwatch coach and I'm LeftRightGnight's coach and I'm watching us just walk into
we're just walking into a mailed and to a beat advantage.
I know we have cleanse, right? But it doesn't mean we can just walk into it like willy-nilly.
It's true, like if I was Icy there, Icy was just like kissing Rocket, zero fear. Even if he has the cleanse, he was just there, and Rocket was like, yeah, okay, I'm not using the mailed. Fair enough. Saving it for the next round, I suppose.
Yeah, so we were a little bit skeptical of it when they swapped back onto the mirror there, and it really didn't pay off for them at all.
Really
and that's actually, we're really happy with this hold, obviously. If you're LeftRightGnight, seems like it's very achievable. And we're actually going to see the Ana Kiri Tracer come back out here for WISP.
I actually kind of like it as defensive comp. I think it could be okay. Right, because there are no real targets here for LeftRightGnight. Going into Riker seems to be really a bait with all of the nade opportunities CJ is gonna get. So as long as Chopper doesn't get killed and we don't get caught out as Rocket and Liar, I actually really like this defensive setup.
Yeah, I think it's such a wide point this as well. Being able to control in that space and pocket everyone properly is just really nice here. Going to be the standard ram rush coming out from LeftRightGnight, and really, their defense was so good they can just win through ult economy ultimately. But to start with, it's going to be Lep and Vision trying to open up this side, and they've already kind of pressured Rocket out here.
Let's see this. Riker's going. We're just trading out the CDs. We're all holding the lines. It's kind of around the Sojourn shots right now. In all of the space, I feel like there's everyone goes so low, but in all of this time, I feel like there's so many nade opportunities that we could potentially get. But Dennis with another opening pick.
Wow, he just does it. He can't be stopped. I think if you were to ask me before in this game who's the better hit scan out of Chopper and Lethal, I'd probably really lean towards Chopper, but Lethal's doing everything so far in this series for him. Allowed his team to take all this space. They have still got a Tracer and Kiri behind them though. So actually big pressure on Luke Mino now. He has to be careful. Needs a little bit of help, but Lep is there. They're going to window to try and secure the point and wall. They make this tough.
Nano
so
Rum coming
hard.
in though. Let's see if we can get on the backline. Oh, Rocket
well,
ends up dying
actually.
to his own pulse bomb. Riker gets completely zoned. Yeah, it's just over, really.
Really nice
opening
peel
pick,
there.
yeah. Yeah, very nice peel. Opening pick from Dennis. They call him the Turkish Quartz for a reason.
I've actually heard people say that. At least 4 different people on 4 different occasions.
That's literally his second name.
I remember when I first got to the London house, I was like, why have we signed Quartz? I thought we were getting Dennis. But, but what a great time now. 4.5 minutes. All you've got to do is get it just past, just in front of the cap. Seems really reasonable.
Having the Mail to beat the Annihilation to do that as well, it's just very hard now for WISP, I feel like.
Bears to lose. They do have to lamp and drop down here though. Lethal is going to drop this overclock in. Doesn't find anything, but they can just get the cart moving.
He's letting the cart move. He's denying the opportunities for the enemy. I really like it.
Lep's on the objective. Luke Mino's actually gone backwards.
We might have to beat here, but Lep is scared. Lep is scared of getting the Ajax. He was scared for a reason. I saw that 20 seconds in advance. It's Ajax.
They're going to keep fighting here. They've got the lamp.
Dennis with another pick. This Mail hits the freeze as well.
Yep. Riker should die. Riker should die to this.
He gets Nano at last second. Oh no, the Nano went out to Liar.
But he's him through it. I really thought Riker was dead in that one.
I thought so too.
Stabilize on point. And they've actually weathered the storm with all these big ults actually. And all these... Now suddenly they've got nothing but window.
It's true, the big ults are gone. So actually looking good again for WISP.
Yeah, Lucino can force the point here with window, but he's going to have to respect that. He might get pulse bombed, he might get overclocked back.
Yeah. Let's see where Liar and Rocket are playing. I feel like we have to take some sort of different angle.
Yeah, Rocket's just on point right now. He's fighting a Lucio and a Ram, which is not a fun fight for anybody. He's gonna get caught.
Oh my god!
He's got him again.
Lethal.
He's got him again.
Lethal with another pick. Chopper says man.
It's a good push by Chopper.
Oh, very smart push from WISP here to ignore the payload.
Good too. Yeah. Or they'll kill him eventually, but he did his job there. Good ult from Chopper. Good recognition recognition that they sort of dropped underneath there, and it's actually going to be a Kiri swap from Luke Mino.
I actually don't hate it. I feel like you can play this Kiri Lucio with the new Kiriko, even with Ramatra.
Yeah, I think the healing's okay now. Obviously, you've got a little bit of a nicer duel versus the Tracer. The Tracer now, especially with the damage, we can really fully the back quite a lot. We're going to see him come top now. Lethal does have the overclock to start this fight off. And they're just going to... Nobody's really standing with Riker, so he's going to have to give him this space sooner or later. He has got Anna Pocket from downtown, but he's relatively alone. He's holding on pretty long.
Pulse bomb hits.
1-1 though. So it's 4v4, they're still walking. Ice is going to drop from point. Riker's just stayed on this.
Riker's actually doing a really good job juggling the aggro. And Riker is on top of Dennis.
Gets the nano, cleans him up. Now he turns the attention towards Lef and Luke Mino. He's bullied them away. Icy's trying to trade. He just
it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, not with the spawns, no. And all of a sudden, they've
Did you see
done
Lethal
most
use
of
the
it.
overclock as well? That
Oh, really?
shot down by Riker.
Yeah, but actually really impressed with Riker so far in this series.
He's doing really well.
Yeah, and now they've got Annihilation and Kyriok to hold on to this. Mayult versus Annihilation and Beat. In theory, if they do the layers properly, it should favour LeftRightGnight, but a lot of steps to get right in between all that.
We're going a first tempo here though with WISP. Just going aggressive to Kiriko in the form, and Chopper gets a pick.
Yeah, they're really just pinned in this corner here. They have to be careful walking up, because
Be careful, yeah. They could turn with ults.
Oh.
Luke Mino gets the 2-tap.
Yeah. Oh. Literally the 3 scariest ults to turn with, and they're going to press all of them. Kill Riker. Yeah, please kill Riker. There we go. And that's just it. Rocket's going to be able to get a touch. But
yeah, they really just didn't respect the ults too much. That's why you never push. You know, never push in this game. Just stand still and press mouse 1. Never push.
For those of you who weren't on London last year, we got to the point with pushing forward and chasing up kills that we decided it was actually... It just had to be outlawed. It was no longer even an option for us to walk forward and chase kills, because it would just lead to sadness and mistakes. And then we have to look at another review of why we're not allowed to walk forward and why we can't push. And why we should always stand in the God hold. Go stand in the best, safest spot and never leave.
Yeah, fully agree. Fully agree with that. I had to swallow that pill, but even now, that's all that I say. Now I've become what I hated the most. I just wanted to push, but now I'm the one telling people to never push and stop walking forward, guys. It's not worth it. Trust me.
It never pays off. It never pays off, even though you really hope it would.
I just calculate the risk reward, you know. you get the reward are like 10 seconds on the clock. The risk is what we just saw happen to WISP, losing the game.
What you need to do is you just need to change your dope, because normally what you do is you get dopamine from pressing your buttons, seeing the hit marker come up and chasing them and doing more damage and seeing that damage number go higher. What you need is you just need your dopamine to come from nothing going wrong, you know, just an avoidance.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like maybe a dopamine detox might help, you know, get on the TikTok, get off the TikTok for a while, you know, go outside a bit, like close the internet for a couple of days, and then when you come back to Overwatch, it's gonna give you so much dopamine that you don't even need to push to get satisfied.
And that's how we came 5th/6th in the Overwatch League twice.
Legit. There's no way, legit illegal. I gotta go be right back for 2 minutes.
Yeah, no drama. Alright, so looks like it's going to be New Junk City they're calling for next map. So really both of the flashpoints are pretty much the same map, give or take. There's maybe a slight advantage for some of the Pokia comps on, say, Surabasa, or some of the Divey comps in Surabasa, but really it's actually, both of these are just very brawl favoured matches. So, oh, hold on, I'm lagging. I'm back. But yeah, but it's really brawl favoured maps here, so we expect to see pretty much that exclusively. And really, I don't know what to tell you right now, because obviously WISP won the first map playing the May Reaper version of the brawl. I don't think they're gonna do this. They're gonna do it here. I think we will just have a normal Ram, May, Sojourn, Mirror. Interesting that at least initially Riker did a quick lock onto the Queen. We'll see if that sticks or turns out to be true. It's not impossible, obviously. Exo, Oblivion play a lot of that as well. And it's probably, as far as maps go, it's probably one of the better maps for it, because it's so open and wide on so many of these points. But I really still expect it to be a Ram, May, Sojourn, Mirror, maybe Bap, Lucio, probably from both teams. We'll have to wait and see what they lock in. But it's gonna be more of a May Reaper, Moira, Lucio. So I'm not sure about this, because it's quite a big and open map. So in theory, there should be a lot of space for LeftRightGnight to play around the Reaper. Make it really hard. What you want to do to these sort of like, especially like very much aggressive tempo comms, is if you can ever make them walk into you or walk into your angles, you can actually make their lives really difficult. So they've got to be very clever about how they move around and how they engage here, WISP, or they really could find themselves in big trouble. Take a look at Rocket as we go into the first fight here. Obviously, what he's really looking for is some kind of wall that completely cuts him off. Can he trap someone in? He's going to swing around, but swing around aggressively. The disengage is good from LeftRightGnight. Oh, no, it's not, actually. I lied to you. Riker's just demolished one of them. Demolished two of them now. He's cleaned up everyone. It's actually really Riker favored. Lethal's going to trade one, but the
Riker show?
Done, really.
Did I just come back to the Riker show?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the disengage was good initially from LeftRightGnight. They were, you know, doing what you'd expect to do against a May Reaper, just keep the distance. But Luke Mino actually got caught a little bit in the back formation, and, well, Riker takes over from there.
Wait, I just noticed this. In the May Soldier matchup, did we just switch roles from what we had previously as well? Wasn't it on a par Lethal on the May?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, Lethal was 100% on May because he got some nice blizzards. But was he? No, they were playing Sojourn as well, weren't they?
No, he was on Sojourn on Midtown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, you're right. Yeah, I guess it's just a vibe thing. Everyone can play everything.
Everyone can do it. But this is more how you expect it. Them just trying to run into a straight line, Icy holding down the fort and just getting massive amounts of cleave into a nice annihilation.
Yeah, now they've got control as well, it should be significantly easier for them as well. They can just shoot them early, keep giving space, force cooldowns. So many of their ults are good at dealing with this rush in. The window, the Sojourn ult makes the walk up really hard. They're going to window all the way out here as well, actually. Put them under so much pressure. They did disengage okay, but I don't know, they might just keep the aggression going here with Lethal's overclock. Keep them fighting outside.
Let's see.
We're going to back up, actually. Yeah, back up. Lethal's on the high ground now, so now they're going to have to try and clear him as they walk.
Want to buy some time, though. We have to run into a mailed and the overclock now. If we're WISP, it's not going to feel good. See what happens. Mailed.
Mail's just a hard comp to Mail, isn't it?
Yeah, but Mail is just so early though as well, and gets caught out after too. Now we're just gonna keep laying ults. Riker as a never-ending annihilation, keeps pushing the tempo with his next form. It just doesn't stop.
He's just going. He's got Luke Mino.
Maybe he went a bit too far. But CJ's gonna have coal. Yeah, the coal is gonna do so much in this messy situation. And CJ can just clean up. I feel like
he's chasing him. Should have all of them. Yeah, nice cleanup from CJ. Good first round in the end. But yeah, I feel like in general, even when you're not playing against the May Reaper Moira variant, actually, if you just melt first tempo, unless you can get like a really perfect wall or something, it's so hard to catch people because every team is good enough that they're saving amp and saving cooldowns.
Yeah, that's what we had to learn in EXO as well, and in the current meta, we went to just chilling a lot and playing the neutrals very slow, and even when we have ults, just playing it really slow. But I like this angle from Chopper. Chopper comes in from the back side and just hits the flank Reaper ult. I really like this. Annihilation from Icy committed after Chopper kills both backliners. I don't know about that, to be honest. That's a Kellan play apparently from the match chat. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Does anyone know what that reference was? I don't know. Is it a good thing?
Probably not a good thing at all, I think. Not a good thing at all. Oh, they're coming with the flank. Window flank with the Sojourn, but Riker has a good response, but gets caught in the end. Another mail just goes missing by Rocket. Did you see? He just mailed on absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I believe he was trying to shut down the window, but the window just de-peaked and disengaged it really easy, so it didn't stop the window at all. And what should be the strongest ult for both these teams has really ended up being
really
low value. Yeah. Now they're holding. Lethal has overclock to make these life really hard, but I mean, Coalescence and Annihilation are such
Coalescence
good
into an
brawlers.
annihilation. We really need them to kite into a straight line and leave it to get like a lot of colette shots here. I feel like Left
Or
gets a
maybe
preferred
Left
pick.
could
That
get a
helps.
flat
That
shot,
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least you can get open picks. You're normally in a pretty good
That's true.
situation, actually.
We're gonna have to reset here. Let's make sure that this kite has really good vision. Has the mail now though, so actually now with that pick from Lab, it's all looking way better now. We're gonna have to beat the mail, the overclock.
You just overclock as they push. If they try and meet you with anything, then you can just mail on yourself. Keep them.
Just need vision to be really patient with this mail here.
Yeah,
Is
like
that
you
they really
don't start the
overcommit?
fight with it. Really don't start the fight with it. Just do it when they use something.
Coalescence comes out. See what the response is. Yeah, overclock here. We get the flip. Riker's in the backline.
Vision's looking for it. Riker's
Late beat.
one.
Mino goes down.
Oh,
Vision with a high value mail on Vision. Force the Reaper CDs as well. If we just keep Icy alive here, it should be looking good.
Yeah, really hard to lose. Maybe you don't even want to use the Annihilation if you don't have to. It should be okay.
Very nice.
There we go.
That was some good execution. Big improvement by Vision on the patience of the mailed. Good job.
Yeah, maybe it looks a little bit scary at one point where Luke Mino gets caught as well and the beat's a bit late, but still stabilised well. Good mail. Put themselves in pole position because now they've got Annihilation and window for this X point. And it's just Reaper roll here, so the onus is very much, if you WISP, you either have to disengage something or you need Chopper to be a hero.
Very true, very true. As long as we're thinking about Reaper here, I don't think we can lose on the side of LeftRightGnight.
Yeah, as long as you just don't get caught by a TP or you don't expect it. He's obviously still got the last 10% to get as well, so he'll play it a little bit slower initially.
Just a little neutral here. Icy goes in afterwards.
Disengage.
It will get the point. It gets the point. So it's not the worst, but I really just wanna see teams playing with this comp a little bit more patient with their ult usage.
TP through the window.
TP through the window. Choppers in there.
Mino's on the roof!
Oh,
he's on the roof!
Look, Mino's on the roof! Look, Mino's running! He's just running!
He still goes down. It's actually, obviously, Cole and Reaper is such a deadly combo if it starts connecting on, like, especially your squishy targets. And we should see him get all the cleanup kills here, actually. There we go. So yeah, good retake. Obviously that first flip. I mean, I think to be fair to WISP, they played that pretty much spot on, right? Disengage for first ult, then try and go blossom through the window.
Yeah, clean play from WISP. Gotta give it to him.
Battle of the Mails now though. Rocket and Vision both have it in their hands. Lethal also has the overclock. Wouldn't be surprised if he just starts the fight with this here to help
Lethal
him
for
take
sure
place.
gonna start with the overclock. Let's see how WISP responds. Let's see if they opt for an engagement to the mailed, or if they just try to peek this overclock. Let's see what they can do. Lethal can really open up the fight here.
Yeah, he wants to try and get a rail first. He's got.
Come on, Dennis.
Look at Rocket.
Don't greed it too much. You can also just pop it. Don't greed it too much. Okay,
There
nice.
we go.
We started up. See what is this response here? Are we gonna mail it? Are we gonna deep peek?
They're just tanking it right now. Not pressure around the
Riker's
rest
just
of them,
tanking
actually.
it. Mail trade comes in. Vision is gonna get frozen out. And Vision is in the middle. Disengages perfectly. Walls himself up.
Everyone keeps dropping through this hole in the middle, and
I don't know what's going on really. I'm just.
I've never seen a fight where so many people have dropped through the hole in the middle of this point. But
me neither. It works out. Vision made a big play there.
Yeah, they felt like they kind of cancelled each other out a little bit, and then the Annihilation to clean up. But now we've actually got a pretty intimidating retake on the cards here. The touch is going to be hard actually, but they do have the Annihilation.
Reaper ult. I feel this is
It's
gonna be. This is so hard for LeftRightGnight. I feel we really need like a pre-fight pickle here from Dennis or Vision.
Well, they need to. If they try and wall, Riker's going to get the touch though. They disengage it, but they've not even used it.
Oh
yet.
yeah,
there he
if he gets the pick.
He gets the perfect pick as well. Takes down CJ. The beat still comes through. Blossom and Annihilation on the top.
Oh my god.
Everything. But we just keep him at that though. Left Right Good Night might just be okay. They might
It's
just be
really
okay.
just a lethal show in this fight. He had to get a pick, like I said. He gets a pick right before the beat comes out, and it just makes the fight so much harder for Wisp. Wisp almost had a chance, 4v5, but Lethal got another shutdown on the Reaper ult. Like very well played by Lethal there.
Yeah, I mean that looked like a near impossible hold, and the fact that they not just get the hold, they get the hold, and Wisp still
And they
use all
use
the
all of the
ultimates.
ults, and we only use the window. It's actually
Yeah.
amazing.
It should actually be mapped from here. Like if Left
Yeah,
Right Good
yeah.
Night play it here, it should just be
This
mapped.
should be mapped. This should be mapped. Like they're not even gonna get an ult. This first cap for left, right, good night should be inevitable.
Yeah, they're gonna walk in. Riker's gonna start the fight, but he's walking into a male hat to be careful. Chopper's had his thing for.
He's really not careful. Was not thinking about this mail at all.
Yeah, safety lamp from Blue Camino, make sure everyone lives, and they'll clean this one up. And that's actually the perfect situation if you're left, right, good night there, because you only use one up to cap the point. You keep yourself in a pretty good ult situation for this next fight. Mail and Cole, but they got three. And also bear in mind, Lethal's going to get the only pick in this fight as well. So
It's true. It's true. The Turkish quad is gonna get some picks here. I think lap speed can actually do a lot here. If Lap and Icy can soak the aggression from the Coalescence and the Mailed, and Lethal is just free shooting, I feel like this could really go well for Left Right Good Night. Okay, we see the engagement here. Shield popped, Coalescence, overclock and response.
yeah,
Should we touch here? Yeah, Icy's gonna touch, and he can soak after with ult, soaking even more aggression. Dodges the Mailed as well. Doesn't get the beat though. Beat gets shielded out for Icy, but he lives with the lamp.
God, he actually kill through it, right? Just try and get a trade here, but doesn't get anything. I think it's just it actually.
This should be game, really.
Yeah,
we
really
can
think...
perhaps get like a weird chaser touch, maybe with the speed amp, but it's gonna be so awkward for Chopper to touch here. Yeah, this should be game.
He's only got one blink, two blinks now. He can't do it. And there we go. Wow.
Even though I actually thought the New Junk City map selection would suit the Wisp comp very much, but losing that ult economy just hurts them so much. If you lose one or two clutch fights with a comp like that on a flashpoint versus the comp of left, right, good night, it's kind of just over for the economy, and you just end up getting snowballed.
I think yeah, especially compared to other game modes, like you think on say payload or something, if you sort of mess up the ult economy a little bit, you've often got a way to stabilize it before the actual app fight goes through.
That's true.
Because you can just lose two fights and lose a point. If you mess up the ult economy and you just have two ult disadvantage fights where you have to try and disengage and not get caught in all of this, you're actually just in a pretty horrendous position that you will lose a point and then you lose the next point by default, which is exactly what we saw happen to Wisp here. So yes. I think if anything, it's more almost game management decisions that are oh, hold on. What's this guy saying? Oh, okay. It's fine.
Clean feed?
Yeah, so what Fefe invited me to this server, and it's like a server full of production people who like create clean feeds and stuff from some of the games that you can use.
I have a clean feed now. I'm watching the game. Can it get any more cleaner, this feed?
I think they're just saying it's there if we need it.
With professional observing, maybe, because my observing is ass, to say the least.
Yeah, but I didn't find out about it until Fefe. When I was messaging Fefe, he told me today. So it's like, oh, you can join this if you want. But then I was like, I've already set everything up now and already talked to all the teams, so might as well get involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, so did they pick Esperanza? Are we already there, or have they just defaulted to it?
They just defaulted to it.
The admins have picked Esperanza.
Oh, Lep is the lobby host. Lep is the lobby host. So maybe they're communicating in a secret channel because it's also not on Lep to pick the map.
Yeah, maybe Lep wants Esperanza.
Let's see what Wisp wants here though. What map would you pick if you're Wisp?
I don't know. They seem so committed to this May Reaper stuff, but I'm really not bought in on the comp, and nothing I've seen has actually made me buy in on the comp. Actually, I think where they had the most success was for Kiri Tracer stuff. And if you want to do that sort of comp, like Anna Kiri Tracer, it has to be New Queen Street, right?
Yeah.
For all the Ajax fans in chat, there's been one single Ajax today. It was Lep on Midtown. I think your games were both Ajax free.
Why are you saying Ajax, bro?
Because so there's a football club in Holland called Ajax, AJAX. So
Yeah.
like in my head, when I think of the word, I think of Ajax, even though I know it's Ajax.
Yeah, I don't think there have been any Ajaxes
There's been no
in our
Ajaxes either.
on one of the four Kings Road that we had, Astra was calling for an Ajax play onto Admiral, and he got like a big boop up, and we didn't manage to kill him, and he was very sad, and then the lobby crashed instantly after. So.
Oh, when we were doing that, Hunter was because obviously it was super late for Hunter. He had like take a little nap, wake up in the middle of the night, do this, then went back to sleep for a few hours. He was like hoping for a quick. He said hoping for a quick match before we went in that second series. And then by the time we're on the fourth Kings Row, I think Hunter had it with Kings Row.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like the winter version though. I mean, it came in clutch after. I was actually getting sort of pissed because I was getting sort of pissed because I was feeling like I played pretty good on the first and the second King's Row, and then I felt like the enemy downloaded me on the third King's Row, and I was just running it down, and I was like, oh, they just know everything I'm doing on all my little King's Row specifics. They just have it full downloaded by now, and I was just getting pissed. Then the server crashed again on the fourth King's Row. I got the Christmas winter buff, and I could finally play again.
The thing is, like, you have a certain way you're going to play every map, and then obviously sometimes you will go to an overtime round, because both teams full cap or something. So you normally have a couple of, alternative things you can try and do for like first point or second point, but nobody has 4 versions of a King's Row hold or 4 versions of a King's Row second hold.
Nobody has
these things. So it's
we
just
kept switching it up for content at the end of the day. We were like, okay, just have to do something for the sake of doing something. They know everything we do by now.
You know what blows my mind though is you spend so long on King's Row, and then you start offering. There was one point where you were offering like, what if we just trade maps and it's 2-1 to us and we go to the
Yeah, we offered a map trade. I actually thought it was extremely generous.
And they were like, no, because obviously they thought it was winnable, right? Which okay, fair enough. But then by the fourth round, Ariel just goes Doom again. Why have we spent all this time just for you to go Doom for the last? Why? Why have we done all this? You successfully capped King's Row second, like almost, well, technically 0 times, but almost 3 times.
Yeah.
You just go Doom for the last one. I was like, you actually, the more King's Rows you played, the closer they got to you, I think.
Yes, I agree.
We were 4th time lucky, so then he goes Doom and it's but anyway, it's a May Soldier Mirror, it's Esperanza. 2-1 lead for LeftRightGnight. All to play for, really. And I'm pleased with just seeing a May Soldier Mirror rather than the May Reaper stuff, actually.
Yeah, but how do you play this? Isn't this like a Sojourn simulator? It's a Sojourn and then you play the ult fights?
Yeah, it should be actually, you just play super slow, you play the ult fights, and once you have the high ground, you just love the high ground. You live there, you build a house there, you build a house for your family there, you never leave the high ground. So it's really...
I want to leave the high ground.
So it's really on who's going to get the first pick, but my money's got to be on Dennis, right? He's really just on it today.
I'm actually going on a POV for this one.
Oh yeah, I'm on the Dennis camp as well.
Vision gets a pick though.
Liar swung so wide there for no reason whatsoever. I think that one's more of a liar problem than
He's almost getting caught out. Maybe he got bored. It's very, very easy in Overwatch. Maybe he needs to take a dopamine detox as well. Now the enemy team is getting bored, pushing too fast, and Left ends up getting traded out. Earlier window though. Liar's back, bored again, just running it down.
How is he not death ready? We said it was going to be such a slow fight, and Lies on 2. There's already a Mayo.
Wait, this Mayo is behind Dennis.
Oh. Where's Rocket's Mayo gone, actually? Yeah.
Yes, he just threw it behind Dennis. Like, it went so far and anticipated the kite, taking the gamble.
Yeah, there's been some wacky Mayos from Rocket so far.
Where the fuck is Rocket? I guess he makes a lethal trade one, but that's not fucking
It's a dogfight. It's a dogfight, but Icy cleans it up.
It's an absolute fucking dogfight. Rikers in the backline, looking to
Lies
get
stealing
something.
the point. Well, Liar's actually going to play his life on this one, which he needs to because he's already on his like second death of the map. He needs a little bit of life playing to stabilize.
Yeah, if he had one more death there, I just know the mental is gone for the rest of the series for sure. But maybe now he can pull it back. See how they retake this point. Esperanza is such a hard point to retake.
Yeah, they're looking to walk it up. Now the overclock gets the pot. They kind of just have to need to wait.
Chopper gets the pick.
That works. Now he beats his Liveness Annihilation. They'll kill Icy with it too. That's a good retake. Be careful, Lethal doesn't get any trades with this final rail.
He's looking for Baptiste. They can't get it though. Nice. CJ doing a really good job avoiding the trade.
Yeah, just good disciplined play there from CJ, not peeking unnecessarily, relying on his team to deal with it. So now the shoe is on the other foot. They're going to hold the high ground, and they actually have kind of really nothing to go with this. Like, they need to try and walk top, but they also kind of need to wait for Mayo here. It's a really tricky one for LeftRightGnight. They might just have to try and cheat and ult.
Yeah, this is going to be so hard for them. I'm getting the lead. Window comes down.
Just wait
Pearl's just going to keep moving.
Well, now they've got the Annihilation. They're kind of stuck here, actually. Oh! They're going to try and mail their way out of it. Liar's caught as well, actually. Riker is safe, but he's low. They've actually busted their way out. Here. Yeah, they've got the high ground, but they're outnumbered here, so Riker's going to drop and hold it.
Riker's still doing a really good job holding down the front lines, and Chopper has this high ground. Really, yeah, gets a nice pick.
Yeah, tries to make the push here onto Chopper, but the pocket's good onto him, and he'll clean up Icy as well.
Yeah, actually very nice discipline by Riker to just keep the position, and then Chopper recognizing that he's the one free on the high ground, has to make the play, ends up making the play, and it's just like a very good stabilization by WISP.
Yeah, he had a pretty quiet New Junk City, but anytime he's actually been on the Sojourn, like for Midtown and here, he's actually looked pretty good, Chopper. Finding important kills, good ultimates, and now he's got that high ground position again, getting his way up to overclock. And Rocket from Mayo should just seal the cap here, I think, for WISP if everything goes to plan.
For sure. But where's Lethal here? Fully flanking without the overclock. Just had only the opportunity for one shot. It doesn't hit it and gets completely caught out.
But yeah, they windowed top as well, so they've just got control of everything here. CJ and Chopper are going to force Vision to D-peak. They'll clean everything up. They'll get the cap. They'll have ult disadvantage really for the next fight.
Yeah, WISP ends up investing 2 ults, and Vision gets a nice trade. Vision is in there, looking for another one.
As well.
Vision is trying to stay alive here. I actually like that.
Oh, he's hit Rocket twice, actually.
Vision is actually making some money moves happen here. Look, Mina on the flank as well, supporting Vision. Icy's going in. Has access to the backline. Now Riker is split.
They can get all the kills here, maybe. Okay, no, it's
okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
He's fine with getting this. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for sure.
Yeah, the tank kills means they can definitely seal the high ground and deal with all of that. Give themselves their own high ground hold. Put Lethal in position with this overclock. Everything goes right, they should be on there. It's kind of on Chopper to make a play here with his overclock, really, because this is such a difficult retake. He's coming top right now, but
and Lethal gets a pick even without the overclock. Very nice play by Dennis.
Yeah, Chopper's just DP'd off the back of that as well, but the wall's actually good from Vision. They might catch quite a few of them here. Yeah, they're going to get some staggers.
Nice. That should be cap.
Yeah, that's no equalizer here.
Oh,
that's such a good pick.
Look, we're so greedy there at the front lines, doing the land and peak, but Lethal gets the equalizer. That's actually very, very high value.
I still think I can't get much more than cap because they have their back.
Yeah, they will have to give it up.
Vision's hiding actually. He's got
Lethal using the early ult to secure the space and getting the Rugel for Lukmino, who can use the window as the next layer. But Rocket gets a pick.
That's a disaster, Mayo. Oh wait, that's frozen. They can't kill him though.
And Lukmino's gonna get completely caught out here. Yeah. This is not good.
It's such a weird fight to choose to invest all your ults in like that. I really hate that decision.
Because I mean, just went back, played from the high ground. Like we got the cap anyways.
Even,
nothing
right?
would have changed. Nothing would have changed.
Yeah, it's even. Basically meter inch. Like okay, they've got a slight advantage, right? But what's 5 meters? 3 minutes left on the clock. We use all our ults in a clutch situation, and it doesn't work out. And now look at the ult economy. It's actually in tatters right now, and that could actually just be. Same as we see on Flashpoint, it could just be the map slipping away from them here.
It should really be the map unless Dennis gets another opening pick.
Right, he's done it
Window.
before. Yeah, Chopper has the overclock here as well. They're just putting a lot of damage down now. They're trying to flip the cart away from them. They can't. Oh, Chopper with a fadeaway vision around the corner. Now they're going to get cart progress for map. And they just.
Oh, a nice pick by Dennis though.
Yeah,
he has hitting at the flank nose too. May ult. Icy is in there. Needs to pop the annihilation. Nice, makes a good play. We keep Icy alive. It is looking actually really good.
Oh, yeah, Chopper's in big.
Chopper going in looking for a trade. Okay, genuinely not bad now. We're kind of recovered.
The overclock coming back from Chopper here. But it's only 10 meters in it, and overclock is, I mean, as far as ults you could be happy to disengage, overclock should be a pretty straightforward one.
Especially when you have this high ground and this show coming up, you could really easily disengage.
They're thinking about pushing it. Chopper's having a look with his Bath and Lucio. They've gone all the way up.
Riker and Rocket are getting under already.
They're snaking their way through here. They really want to set up a push, but 1 minute 20, you've got a 10-meter lead. For one of the most difficult pushes in the game.
I feel like they could just chill. But they feel differently and they want to push the tempo with the Sojourn ult. End up flipping the map. Ice is completely split.
It's a crazy push in from Chopper.
Yeah, that was insanity.
Lethal hits for body shot rail on him, so he's on like 35 HP. Then Chopper slides into him and the Ram to try and force it. Disaster of a push here, and oh.
I mean, this should give LeftRightGnight the lead. Like we have window and overclock to zone. Like no way they can touch this. This should be lead.
Yeah, they can't. It's just you just have to play the long game now. It's now just about can we win the map. You're gonna lose the lead here.
Yeah, now if your team WISP, you're just depressed. The whole mental is down. You see 30 seconds on the clock. You really need a miracle here now. But you don't even have ults to make a miracle happen.
Just have a window.
They get the window here, gets kind of walled off, but we still get access for it, builds us 10 meters.
I'm really happy with this window actually. Lucamino, just get the extra distance, really put it on it. Now we've got Mayult to seal it. I think you Mayult here actually, you've got pretty big ult advantage here. Just need to have
I really think Chopper needs a pick. Window here, Lab gets caught out? With
no ults now, no ults now if you're LeftRightGnight.
Oh, if they end up getting staggered though, it's really bad for LeftRightGnight.
They're actually going to commit to the fight. Overclock's popped now. Vision's looking for Mayo. He's going to drop it. They're going for it.
It looks like a big one, to be honest. Looks like big freeze. They get the beat. Huge freeze though. Nice counter beat after. We just Riker really needs to carry with this annihilation. Vision taking the side angle on the push. I really like this. Gets his ice block force though. Riker gets on the backline with the annihilation. Takes out lethal.
Should be able to get left as well.
Icy trying to do the same, but Riker's just doing God's work right here.
Yeah, and there's nothing left. Lucamino's going to get window, but I really don't think it's enough here. Riker's going to take over in time, and it's a real dogfight. Real dogfight. But they give themselves a lifeline. It's one of these awkward ones.
They want to push this payload slow. You see this? They're tapping it to push it slowly, making space for the respawns. We're having a Mayult here coming. But Riker's doing a really good job juggling this aggro off the point actually.
Plenty of time now. They do have Mayult as well. Rocket's not had the biggest Mayult value, but he needs a big one here for his team.
It seems like LeftRightGnight cannot push though before Rocket is back. Rocket just needs to get value here. Riker's gonna. We need a lamp here for. Oh, the lamp comes in late. Mayult just panicked. Yeah, LeftRightGnight should take it right here. Window though to pocket Rocket. No,
it's needs to get so much value, but it's walled off.
Too little, too late, really.
And that's just it.
That's it.
There we go. That's it. That's GG's as well. That's 3-1.
GG's. Keep typing, GG's, lol. Insta leave by liar. Kinda crazy. There's a lot of emotions in this game, it seems like.
Yeah, maybe because on paper, I really think like WISP should have been favorites.
Yeah, I think so too, but actually, like, very sad to see a bit of undisciplined play and Lethal getting. I don't think Chopper played it bad, but Lethal kinda having the upper hand in the Sojourn v Sojourn. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Very
I'd agree with
good.
that.
Yeah,
I'd agree
yeah.
with that.
Lethal having the upper hand in the Sojourn v Sojourn. Very impressive performance by Riker, to be honest. I'm very impressed by him. So, but Lethal just like pulling out miracles. Vision as well from time to time. Very impressive from the DPS line from LeftRightGnight.
Yeah, hold on. Let me swap to the bracket now, and we can give a bit of an update on what's happened elsewhere. Hold on. All right. Can you? Oh wait, should I screen? Wait, let me screen share this, and maybe that helps you as well. Or have you got it up too?
I have nothing up, brother.
What am I doing? Let me do this one. All right, so what we can see is maybe to no one's surprise, Pumas Tornado 3-0'd their game and it's over.
Who is Dope Gaming?
Dope Gaming is so it's not a bad team. It's Rack and Nero, King, PG, and Iron. So
Pretty
really
good.
not
They
not
got 8th with that roster. Seems
yeah.
like a pretty good roster.
It's actually like quite a lot. Like all of these teams have people like quite like recognizable sort of contenders,
Mm-hmm.
players plus. So I think it's actually really reasonably competitive. Maybe compared to like EU, where you look there's maybe like a bottom 2 or 3 teams where you just feel they're a step below everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so then obviously we see LeftRightGnight move to the upper side of this one. It looks like very much Pirates in Pajamas 2-0 up against Obsidian, which I think is a bit of a surprise, maybe actually, because at times
Timeless
Obsidian is the Dove and Dynasty team, Luca's team.
Oh yes.
Pirates in
Was
Pajamas. I forget what they were called when we played because we played these guys on London before for like warm ups and stuff. It's like Z-Man, Strider, Stone.
yeah, I don't know.
I forget what
Kinda
their team used to
surprising.
be called.
I would say.
I thought Dove and
Yeah.
Dynasty would be like a big advantage for him in this series, but
Yeah,
they're
but I
too
think when I
much
was
down.
playing NA ranked, Scissors was an up and comer. I feel like Scissors was next up, so maybe Scissors is just making waves.
So then Timeless and O3 Splash is 1-1 right now. So O3 Splash is the Crimzo team, and Timeless is the Hawk Sugar Free Seeker team. So probably like one of the favorites.
Wait, who's winning right now? What's going on?
It is 1-1.
Timeless was 0-3 Splash. Show me the rosters again.
So Timeless is the Hawk roster.
Yeah.
O3 Splash is like Crimzo,
Ha!
Aramore, Haven. I don't know if Landon's talked to you about Haven.
Yeah, he says it's next up.
Jazz, yeah, exactly. He's told everyone. So I was actually quite excited maybe to see Haven play at some point in this tournament since he's getting so much gas from Landon. Um, but
I mean,
but
very
yeah.
impressive for 0-3 Splash. I wish we could watch the series, really.
Yeah, but the thing is I could message him, but like I don't want to message him while they're playing, you know?
Ah, that's true. It would be
Like if it was
weird.
well, yeah, if I could know it was between maps, but the problem is it's like delay and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, who's on the roster? Hawk is playing, right? Yeah, let me look.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, yeah, I can see if they're
Crimson custom game in lobby.
oh wait, hold on. Where is he?
I've Crimson. It says custom game in lobby.
Yeah, I've got Hawk as well. Let me message Hawk quickly. We try and min-max this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask
Williams.
Hawk.
Yeah, I ask Crimson. I'm so tired, so I tried to get you into this lobby and I'm gonna go to bed. I'm
Yeah.
in, dog.
Oh, nice. Drop me an invite and then... Oh, wait, Hawk's got me as well.
Yeah, I'm not in, unfortunately. Can you invite me?
What? Well, you going to bed because I'm in? Or do you want to watch this one then go to bed?
Ah, fuck, I should go to bed. I'm really tired. You got that one. You got that one.
Okay. You sure they're asking me if any more specs?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll
Okay.
just go to sleep. Okay, bro. I'm gonna go. Have a nice cast. Get some fucking guests. Where's Landon, dude?
He's going to be here tomorrow. Landon's here with me all day tomorrow, he said. And if he's not, I'm literally just going to send him so much abuse.
You really should, bro.
All right, no, I'll catch you. I'll see you on the flip side.
See you in the next side. GG's, bro.
Yeah, come tomorrow if you're up at this time again.
Yeah, I
Join
will.
me and hopefully Lando.
Yeah. I will. And I will watch in bed a bit of your cast of this next series because that's gonna be an interesting one. I don't know how it's 1-1 or I don't know what the score is now, so I really want to find out in the uncoachable underscore W stream. So yeah, good night, bye bye.
Cheers, boss. Good night. All right, so I don't actually know who it's 2-1 to. So to answer a couple of questions, who's supposedly the best team on NA? I think Primus Tornado are very much the favourites for this tournament. Timeless, who we're going to watch a bit of here, are the other, probably the second closest. For those who didn't know, we had a Twitch. That's because we didn't have one until today. It's brand new. Kicking it all off. Got the ready confirmed from both teams. I need to sort out the HUD as well. I don't actually know what the score is. I know it was 1-1, and we're now on map 4. So obviously one of the teams has taken an advantage. But I don't actually know which one.
Initiating match.
Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right, let me just fix some of these things as we go. So we are timeless on the right. This is where it's nice having someone else here to talk and fill the gap while I'm doing this. So timeless on the right. And then
Ready for battle.
just trying to see if we can get a score update. No. Okay, I guess we'll just O3 splash on the left.
Five, four, three.
I don't know if anyone actually knows what the score is, so the score is not 1-1. But we'll go into it now. Alright. Okay, so we don't actually know what they've been playing in this series. Looks like we're going to see a Sigma from O3 Splash and the Ram made Sojourn from Timeless, maybe what we expected. Early Wall doesn't catch anything from Doomed, actually. We have to put a lot of respect onto Haven's name as Landon's gassed him so much. He's going to be pressured out early, and it is an early lamp force. They've really bullied him back here. They'll give the early space, early ground. Now it might slow down a little bit while we see if either Sojourn can find an opening pick crafted for their team. Looks like Haven actually swinging around on left-hand side here. Seeker's looking for a response. Can't find anything, actually. Sorry, I got super distracted. Got a message. But everything's okay. Everything's stable. We're locked in. I need to really update the stream title, but we'll do that after the next fight. There's actually a couple of late trades. I'm going to lock in now and actually pay full attention because this match should be a good one. So early lead going to go in favour of Timeless. They should be back in time to hold this high ground. Doom's going to try and swing early, but Sugarfree actually wants to fight him. Ruthless not getting the clean pocket actually on him. Now Doom's going to ward him out, and loads of pressure on Sugarfree. They just catch him there. Seems outrageous Doom's able to actually catch him in that situation, but they're okay. Hawk's still trying to force point, but they're starting to see on away from him here. They still have this window. Both Seeker's looking for a pick, but it's Ruthless who finds it. Mayo coming in from Doom. He's trying to clutch. Speed out from Vega is good. Timeless are all safe from this one. They've lost the high ground, but they've kept themselves alive. Vega now wants the boot down. Good protection coming out from Zito. They'll keep everyone locked down on the point. Doom's going to fall now. The window from Crimson, I don't think he can really find anything with this. He's just surrounded. Meanwhile, Callan is slowly but surely C9ing for point, but I don't really know if that's the best choice. Crimson's going to try and link himself out to Deco, but Callan is so alone. He's going to get taken down. And Timeless, after a lot of chaos, are actually going to clean that one up. Seeker's going to pop the Sojourn ult. Doesn't seem a necessary thing, but he's going to do it anyway, and this will secure him Cap. And they'll get Cap, and they will enter a big ult fight. Both teams are going to have Ram ult, both teams will have B, Mayo advantage in favour of Sugarfree. So, again, should still tip in favour of Timeless here, but lots of things can happen when you have to trade this many ults between everyone. Just taking the fight up a choke, RuPaul and Seeker parked up on the high ground, and no reason to start anything here if you are Timeless. You can just play it slow. It is actually an early form from Hawk. We'll just cancel that one out. Doom just peeking him here, doesn't want to pressure. Hawk actually looking for a push. Well, he's super low, form needs to be popped. Beat's now going to be used from Vega. They're going to try and get on him. This engage looks good, but Sugarfree's trying to catch anyone. He's catching one. And actually, Cameron's going through the window with Annihilation. He's got so much damage here, actually. Cameron's going to clean up. Hawk's going to hold on to his one here. And they really forced the engage very aggressively through the choke, but Sugarfree didn't find the value he wanted from that Mayo. Very good disciplined play coming out from 0-3 Splash. And they've stabilized. They're still behind by about 50 or so meters, but they have stabilized a little bit. Dor has the score on his stream. I don't actually have anyone added or like any of my normal follows on this Twitch account. Let me see if I can get it. Not miss any of the action and Google it at the same time. Oh, okay. Mail coming in. Hawk is problem for him. Oh, he's on a different game. God damn it, Dor, you baited me. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. I'll focus on the game and we'll go the long way around. We'll figure it out. Alright, so a chance now to actually convert this. We've got everyone coming back from spawn. They should actually be able to get an even fight here. Timeless. Have to respect the window, have to be careful around that. The Timeless, again, they have to lead. They don't have to do anything crazy here. I think if Hawk sees it, and there is maybe a chance to go through this window with Annihilation and force the beat, it has to make sure he survives afterwards. They could opt just to start with Seeker's ult instead. That's what they're going to do. Window and beat immediately. That's a huge, heavy-handed response coming out from 0-3 Splash, and Timeless are just going to DP and take for advantage. Now the clean Annihilation push on the cards for Hawk. Need to get the speed onto him, but actually Duke's going to find his opening pick. Awkward for him now. Hawk can still commit it if he wants. He's going to get a lot of form. The window comes out. Annihilation, he sees his target. Going to take out Prim, though. Should be able to get it. He is low. I might just have to run away here. He's not going to get out either. He's just going to die. And actually, the dogfight goes both ways. Thank you on Optimal. There we go. Thank you. Yep, locked in. So, good start, but winning a couple of these messy dogfights really helped them. They actually chose to block it there. Normally, you don't see teams blocking this area. It's such a difficult place to block the car. But Seeker and Sugarfree do a good job. Obviously, anyone who's been watching Seeker or Sugarfree streams lately will know they've been duoing quite a lot together, getting a lot of playtime together. Nice little team-up play there. Team's going to get caught late actually here. He's in nice block. Can they save him? I really don't think they can save him. Sugarfree's going to mail to confirm the kill. They do it. Didn't actually trade some milk there as well. Hawk's frozen, but nothing's got an angle on it, so Mail trade just going to come out in favour of Timeless there. Ambitious one from Doom doesn't work out. Now the wall onto Cowman has to be careful not to trade. Will get his form out. Slow on top now. Hawk wants to chase him down. Will keep going. Don't think he can get the kill here onto Cowman, but he certainly take. Oh, he can't just get the kill. I thought they'd be able to pocket him through it, but Crimzo and Deco, not enough between them. Now a beat push into this overclock seems really on for Vega, and Timeless could put this map out of sight actually and seal the win. Beat swinging wide, doesn't find on that much. How's Hawk just found that? Just with his left click. Combines with Sugar Free, I guess. Now he's got form to keep going. Doesn't have to do anything crazy. Will happily just take the space. Force the cap forward. And we're in a pretty tough position, really. 113 meters. You don't see this overturned all that often. Overclock to start it from Haven. Doesn't need to kill Sugar Free. It's the kind of fight they need. He'll kill Hawk too. Nice overclock in general from Haven. You get more? 4. Not bad. Not bad. Means they get to keep hold of the window. Means they didn't have to get to like the annihilation point or anything. But whenever you lose this much distance on push, you're always in a situation where the other team can just trade effectively. They don't have to take risks. They don't have to take crazy fights. If they just save their ults for the right time, really hard for Timeless to lose from this situation. They're trying to come out top. They get through the wall. They're going to drop a slope onto Doom. They force that ice block. Window to keep going. Window in response, but Doom's isolated. He's going to get focused down. Hawk's really found a lot of value, lots of kills on isolated players here. Doom's been trying to do a lot, but sometimes he's found big value. A lot of the time he's been punished, but actually they're playing to trade here. Crimzo was just swung onto RuPaul. Cowman's going to turn this into a dogfight as well. They get beats, they focus down Cowman, they should be able to seal this. They do, now they're able to get the stack of kills as well. Any trade is huge for O3 Splash if they can find it right now, but I don't think they can. Hawk's just going to pop the annihilation. He thought he saw there. I guess he thought it was more of a dogfight than it actually was. They'd kind of stabilized and won the fight there. So it is the advantage for Deco, and Doom's going to hit this. Actually, the perfect fit, because it was the only ult that Timeless had was indeed the Mail on the Sugar Free. So now we shut them down, give them a chance. Mail trade available again. Sugar Free and Doom have both had a lot of unsuccessful Mail so far. Gonna push through underneath it, OP Smash. Cameron's taking a lot of damage, but he's killed Vega actually, of all people. How does he manage that? Now we're gonna try and flip the map with the help of this wall. We've got the Mail too, if they get caught. Deco has to be careful. They lamp up Deco. That's a good lamp actually by Crimzo. Manages to keep everyone alive. They still got this Mail. They want to meet him. Doom's gonna drop it here. He's gonna get caught, but he's just around the corner. Good defensive ball from Sugar Free here. He actually gets 2 now. The Mail back in return. Cameron's gonna freeze. Sugar Free gets the better of a Mail trade, and that's a crucial fight. That should just be game actually off the back of that. Really nicely played by Sugar Free late on. Now they're just going to park on the high ground. It's going to be a really, really tough one. You can see Deco's going to try and beat his way through to a touch. The slow is good though from Hawk. He gets shut down. Hammond can't quite get it. And that's it. 3 to Timeless. It's locked in. So now we can take a look at what that does for our bracket. Take a look at. Oh yeah, this was actually the Hawk cleanup one. Sorry, not Hawk, but Haven cleanup one. Pretty nice clip. Not too bad at all. Now let's figure out exactly where we're getting. Where am I going? Where am I going? Coach stream. Let's take a look at the bracket, and we need to figure out where we're going next. So. Well, I guess Pirates and Pajamas might not be finished, but I feel like it just has to be this one, right? Yeah, it just has to be this one. My gut tells me that actually, even though LeftRightGnight had a lot of successful players and Lethal was getting a lot of open picks and all of this, that maybe There'll just be too big of a difference here in the quality of Timeless, but I think it'd be interesting to see. Pirates in Pajamas, Timeless Obsidian. I think when I saw on Door's stream, I actually went to 2-2, so that might be even like a little bit further down, but I just can't see either of these teams, if I'm being honest, really challenging Primus Tornado. I find it really hard to, I guess, like marry up those two ideas in my head. Or even though I think you can make the same argument for LeftRightGnight against Timeless. I think the gap between these two is smaller than the gap between Primus Tornado and either of these two. So yeah, I think we'll stick with Timeless. Let me see. I'll just try and find out what's going on with lobby. Let me message Luke. I think 2:30. Well, 2:30 my time. So in 4 minutes was the official start time. The official start time for the second game. Yeah, 2 or just under 3 minutes. So let's see. Sorry, just messaging Luke. Hopefully, I get myself in the lobby. Let me do some admin. Wait, hold on. Yeah, Luke says he'll sort me out. Thank you, Luke. Right, let me edit the stream info so we are actually up to date. So we've gone a little bit all over the place. So we're actually going to be going on LeftRightGnight versus Timeless. Okay, locking it in. Stream title is up to date. I think we have everything we need. I've got a message. Have I got a message or have I got an invite? No, just a message. We're okay. We're all right. Okay. Well, if I do that, has it messed it up? It sure has, hasn't it? Don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm making a mess of it. I'm just going to put it on my camera, actually. There we go. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. So I think we'll go with LeftRightGnight against Timeless. Both teams won their lower bracket game 3-1. And yeah, I feel I have to be Timeless killed in this one. I feel like a lot of the fights LeftRightGnight won were actually quite messy dog fights. It was a real scrap of a game, you know. So a big part of me really thinks that actually it's going to be too much discipline on the side of Timeless, right? They're not going to let the situation get chaotic. Maybe if they do let the situation get chaotic, there's a way in for LeftRightGnight. Maybe if Lethal keeps finding a lot of these opening picks. One thing that was certainly true, we only saw the Esperanza from the Timeless OP Splash series. But it was a pretty muted performance from Seeker. Didn't really get any major picks or any major pop-off type moments. Didn't make any real mistakes either. But certainly Lethal had a pretty standout performance in that earlier series. So lots of eyes on if he can do the same thing against, I guess, a more established and more talented team on paper. But if he can, anything can happen. Oh, pardon me. I'm yawning. Maybe I'm going to use this opportunity actually to take a break and get ready for next one. Yeah, that seems like a sensible thing for me to do. All right, let me. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Caffeine injection was not quite what I needed, but I've had a wagon wheel and I got a Diet Coke, so now it's a bit of sugar, a bit of caffeine. Keep me going for this last game. It should actually be quite a good game, which will really will help. Also, Shrubby saying apparently Time put a big time slop in the first 3 maps, so obviously a few potential red flags for them. One thing that's always certainly true is, and this is maybe actually just kind of followed Lethal and Dennis around a lot, is a lot of the teams he's on are quite creative and free-flowing teams, I guess is the nice way of saying it. Chaotic and messy is a less nice way of saying it. But actually, Lethal was always a player who's found a lot of success in those situations. So potentially if Timeless aren't able to keep the game a bit more organized and keep their structure, the messier it gets, the less consistent the result will be. So really all to play for. I think you still have to look at it and say Timeless are playing. Choking, literally. Choking on my wagon wheel. But you really do have to say, nah, and Timeless are still favourites. Just because of the strength of their roster, I think, especially on these type of heroes, I think Hawk is so good in these situations. I think RuPaul's Bap is really good. I've not seen a lot of Vegas Lucio, but I've only heard tremendously good things about it. As well as his Alari, though I don't expect we'll see much of that today. Sugar-Free May is solid. Seeker Sojourn, one of its best heroes. I think, if anything, last season Valiant actually made a pretty big mistake by letting Seeker come off for Sojourn so much. I really think they should have properly just locked him on it, locked him on it forever, never let him off it, keep playing that hero. But we'll see how it pans out. Looks like we will be going to Antarctic for the first one. But we've only just got everyone in the lobby. No one's said ready yet, so there'll really be an element of waiting. So if I had to put a number on it, 3-1 seems like 3-1 in the favor of Timeless seems the most likely. Can take a look. Where am I going now? I guess for anyone who's actually watching, while we've got a little bit of time, I know the latest episode of the podcast came out, and I know a few people were saying they were having some issues with the audio, particularly Shockwave's mic, and sometimes all of us at various times. So I'm looking into fixing it. I think the truth of the situation is I'm not an audio engineer. I actually have no idea what I'm doing. When it comes to a lot of this technical stuff, like I can do the basics of put a stream together, turn on a camera, press record, that type of thing. But when it comes to the stuff that's much more, I guess, the job of someone with an actual skill set and understanding and knowledge of these things, like say an audio engineer or something, I'm very much out of my depth. So I'll try and look at different things. The audio, I've looked at a couple of like tutorial type things already. The audio compression stuff seems relatively simple, very easy to apply. I use Sony Vegas to edit the podcast anyway, so it should be quite possible to do it all on there. It should be quite straightforward. I also had a message. I've not responded to the guy yet because it came while I was doing the co-stream, but I have a message from someone who's actually maybe able to help me out as well. So hopefully that should mean we see a sort of trend upwards in terms of audio quality on the podcast, which I'm sure no one will have any real problems with. I'm sure everyone would be pretty keen for it to get better. But enough of my audio-based failures. We're actually going into game, so we can take a little swap over here now. So in the lobby, the chat that's going on, the lobby has actually LeftRightGnight have just written LRG as their team name, which obviously everyone's calling them Large Gaming now. And they will actually need some large gaming if they are to take maps, let alone a series of Timeless here. Timeless probably, for most people's money, the second favorite in this tournament. Not a weakness in their roster, really. You can maybe make an argument that if we're going to be stuck in a method where we're playing May the whole time, maybe is Sugar Free the best May in America?
5,
I don't actually know. Actually,
1.
he's not. I don't think he's elite at May, but he might be the best May in America just through lack of too much other competition. We go to his first fight though. Whoa, swing out here. Ooh, wrong button. There we go. Early slows traded. Ramform's going to come in now. Icy looking to find something deeper. Him and Left are trying to really put the pressure. Icy's so deep actually. They have to lamp him out, but the lamp's too deep. It's a bad lamp by Luke Mino. Icy's going to pay the price for it too. And now Timeless just with advantage. They're going to wall off Vision. Nice easy kill from here. Lethal's looking for a late trade. He's all the way behind. RuPaul doesn't know. He knows now. But they take care of him. Decisive first fight for Timeless here. And they put themselves in pretty good pole position. And ult advantage, slight ult advantage, sort of 10-20% across the board in most places. Retake looks like it's to come from post side. Normally it's nicer to retake from post, he's going to just sort of bully the enemy team to the back of point, and that's normally a worse position for him to be, a bit more exposed. They're going to try and do that exactly here. Shield's going to be used by Hawk. Hawk's going to try and juggle his corners as much as possible. Sugar actually has an ice box here. Lethal's taking a wide swing. Hoping to find something. He's got a lot of damage on him. They have to lamp as well. They now have all the space on the point. Lethal's looking for another rail. Crucial's going to take a lot. He has dropped a window though. Lethal can't find anything. The window's going to keep him in control of the point for now. Timeless have been able to stabilise. They're holding on. They're regaining the high ground now as well. They're just trying to force everyone out. They have stabilised. Window comes out from Luke Mino, but the deep peek is good actually. Hawk will be okay. Slam on the window just to help them all get out of it. They've had the point this entire time. Seeker's about to have his ultimate too. He is forced actually, but they're going to win this fight at the flank. There was a Lucio Sojourn versus Lucio Sojourn, but Seeker and Vega come out on top. Now the push through. He's got the ult if he needs it, Seeker. He's going to drop it now. The pick's good from Left though. Now Seeker's in all sorts of problems. He's going to get taken down. It's a huge ult trade, but I think they've done enough to get it. Hawk should be able to clean up here, maybe. Icy's so low, but he's got the Annihilation. There we go. Now do it. Now do it. Real pain for him that they had to use the Annihilation there at the end, but I mean, it's better than losing the map, eh? So they managed to hold on. They've got the overclock. They've got to avoid this window. They've got to avoid this mail. If I'm Timeless, I'm probably looking to walk up, get the window as we go, use the window to take space, and then use that as a way to set up Sugar Free to have a bit more space and a few cooldowns out to get value out of this mail. We're going to walk up for free now. No pops to use. They're going to lamp immediately. RuPaul's in a bit of trouble, but they've actually disengaged reasonably well. They can go back with their windows soon here. Looks like RuPaul's even looking to go underneath here. An awkward angle, so he's taking underneath, and Lethal's just going to find the plunk. Going to drop a window main here. It's a really awkward position for this window, actually. And they have traded Lethal back, but this wall's going to get a lot of value. RuPaul's going to try and push and find something now. Nothing doing. Sugar Free just had his mail coming back, but I think Timeless is going to have to wait and regroup. Seeker might actually be in trouble here. Lamp out is good. This wall is going to cause them problems though. They have all these cooldowns too. Sugar Free's actually found Leap here. They've been caught pushing. They've been caught pushing. It's such a terrible way to lose the point. They have the May up here. Vision's going to throw it in. I don't think he actually gets anyone for it. And Leap's traded one back, so they're still in with a punching chance here. And it's actually a really awkward rotation because RuPaul keeps having to deep peek everyone. Vision's pushed really far behind. RuPaul is just in the trenches here, but danger's everywhere. They're now trying to deal with Vision. Hawk's going to go try and clean that one up. Sugar Free does have the mail soon. He's Icebox force. They deal with Vision, but they give a flip back on point. They should just have the ults to win it now. They really have all five here. Should be a nigh impossible fight actually for them. Mail through onto Icy, hits it, takes him down, and there we go. Ends up being a little bit chaotic, but they get it.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
All right. So, first round in favour of Timeless, and I think for the most part, even though it was quite a close round, it really felt like Timeless were actually, the gap still felt pretty hefty. Leaf was still finding a lot of these opening picks and getting that value. Certainly competing with Seeker in terms of raw value he can bring to the side and bring to the team. But I think especially when it came down to some more of these neutral trades, Hawk was certainly getting a lot more value. So we can start by taking a look at Hawk here on this first one, watching. Always interesting watching tanks play mirror matchups and play in this cooldown trade. Which means I'm going to take a little bit of damage early on. Oh, he's just going to obliterate vision here with Jingle Bell left click. Will pop the form, but the wall disengage is good, but should be wall advantage now for Sugar Free if he can find. Oh, he can use it as well actually, so no wall advantage. Leaker's going to swing with a shot, doesn't find anything. Imagine Seeker might be getting close to one now. He's going to swing aggressively with it. He actually catches a big one. Everyone will live for now. Both teams still just vying for points. Seeker's creeps up on him here. Not finding anything. Recall's going to have to lap, and Hawk's taking so much damage here. They don't want to push Hawk. Hawk's in so much trouble. He's going to get formed just in time. He's still in so much trouble. Sugar Free is all over him. Vega's trying to help desperately, but Hawk's just forced down. If they just win that frontline trade, Seeker's got a big angle though. Can he carry Vision with the shutdown? Such an important shot there from Vision actually. If he doesn't get that, there's a real chance Seeker can get more kills or even just pop the Sojourn up and just clean up the entire fight. So they do lose 26%, but they win the first fight ultimately. Pretty much every ult coming online. Hawk the slowest after losing out on that frontline trade quite heavily. Expect a window or something to start. Looks like they want to swing this both sides. Sugar Free's just going to kill Lethal. Alright, great way to start a fight. Have a window. Really aggressive push through with beat from Icy, and he's just going to crush RuPaul actually. Vega doesn't have the beat yet, so no real option. Now they're going to Annihilation as well. And Mail. They're going to win. It's so expensive. But actually, they're going to want to try. Timers want to clutch. They're going to flip the map. Hawk only trades 1-for-1 with his ult. Seeker has the overclock if they push in here, but with no tank, they're just fully back. Really not sure I agree with this decision from Sugar Free and Hawk to try and clutch in that situation. It felt like, it really didn't feel necessary at all. It felt like you just accept what happened. But they do, and now we're in a bit of a, they're not really in a whole hole, but obviously they could have been in a much better position. Either way, still a beat. Sojourn ult retake, so they can overclock their way in if they want, and at a certain point there's a real option for Hawk to play very aggressively with Vega's beat, and there's not a lot of good answers. Good LeftRightGnight have to it. They're going to come in, early beat comes through, they're just trying to get aggressive onto it now, but Hawk's actually having to be relatively defensive more than aggressive here. So LeftRightGnight really just feel okay about this trade so far. That's going to get forced out now. Icy's still very aggressive, but good slug by Hawk. He's going to get absolutely melted, caught without form. The gap between Icy and his backline is too far. Really difficult to hold that far forward on point if your team is all at the back where his team were. So they'll just focus him down. But it's one fight territory, really. And I think we're going to see Window coming back here, and then Mayo for pretty much for both teams here. So one thing that's really been the pattern, particularly in the NA1 matches we've seen so far, is there's been really erratic Mayo value from all the teams. I think Mayo's one of the most powerful, but because it's one of the most powerful, everyone's trying to play around it very hard. So we'll see how both Mays get it when they get it mid-fight here. Slight one with choke for now. Ice is going to be a wall too, but Ice is just going to actually absorb most of this damage with his form. So they get through the choke relatively damage-free. They're going to window out as well, but Seeker with the shutdown finds an out. Hawk's able to stabilize. They wall off the last bit of the window as well. They have to commit to this fight, really, but they don't quite have anything yet, and Sugar Free's going to drop his Mayo first. He's in big trouble. The beat comes through, the lava comes through. He's still in so much trouble. He's going to get walled down and go. Vision's going to try and clutch. Hawk's going to freeze, actually. It gets Ice Block out too. Vega doesn't quite freeze. The lamp is good from RuPaul. Now the Annihilation. Hawk should just seal it for his team here. A couple more touches. Icy can come back, but he's so far away with his Annihilation. And all the ults are just slightly too slow. I felt like if they, 10-20% away from like 2 or 3 ults, otherwise that becomes a really big fight. Obviously, the opening picks doesn't help at all. And starting to see Seeker come online a little bit more in some of these situations. A few important kills. We'll check out Icy's play of the game. Classic Ram. Chaos is happening. Just clean up the tail end of a fight. Okay, so first round to Timeless. Sorry, I was trying to update the score at the same time. All right. Yeah, first round to Timeless, and I think ultimately no surprises here. I guess there's one thing to think about now is the map options there are Midtown and Winter King's Row. If you missed the drama earlier, the game between Ex Oblivion and RC 2018, they played King's Row. The server crashed just as Ex Oblivion were full capping, or about to full cap. And then the server crashed, I want to say, was it 3 more times on RC 2018's attack? So eventually we get through a King's Row, but it took a lot of iterations. So it's now between Midtown and Winter King's Row instead of just regular King's Row. But that is what it is. It looks like it might well be Midtown. And obviously we saw a lot of success for this actually on LeftRightGnight in the earlier game against WISP. They dealt with Yana Brig, Yana Kiri, relatively well. And then once it got to a full straight up Ram Bap mirror, LeftRightGnight really took over. I expect we'll probably just see more Ram Bap Lucio mirror. I don't know if there's going to be an Ana or Kiri coming out. One thing that is really true about Vega, that a lot of people have said, is that his Alari is actually really good for a main support. Quite often when people think about main supports playing shooty aim heroes, it's just a non-compatible idea. Maybe one of the exceptions is someone like OG, a true main support player who's also good at the other heroes. The only other exceptions are people who are like maybe Chirong and Violet as well, but obviously Violet was a flex support originally anyway. So it's not quite the same. Not quite the same. It's going one way rather than going the other. But Vega's meant to have a really good Alari, which is very impressive. Whenever you hear a main support player's got a particular... well, whenever you hear a main support player can actually aim on something that's not Lucio, it's always a bit of a unique quality and a pretty interesting selling point for them. So it's not impossible they do something like this here, but I really think if I'm Timeless, I feel comfortable in what we just played, in the mirror we just played. I just play my normal comps on Midtown, and if I just have to play more Ram, Bat, Mirror, feel really good about that whole situation. Someone asked, what would happen if Timeless plays Timeless Obsidian? Would that classify as a conflict of interest? I don't know exactly on the rules. I know in Contenders, you had to have like owners of each spot and owners of each team. So presumably those are listed as different people for each team. So in theory, there's no conflicts of interest. I guess it's a little bit tricky because you talk about is there conflict of interest, but from my understanding, like certain orgs like maybe Ex Oblivion or Timeless, they don't strike me as proper orgs in the sense that it's a business, if that makes sense. It more just seems almost like a volunteer organization. Sounds wrong as well, but it doesn't feel like the sort of thing where the stakes are high enough that it would be that it would class as a conflict of interest. If this was like a higher level, I think 100%. I don't think you'd ever see like you'd ever see an Overwatch League tournament with someone with shared interests. And I think you'd never see this in, say, a CS:GO event or something where two teams from the same are playing. I mean, I guess it's not impossible. I feel like it's happened in Dota before. But I think for the most part, even if you're within the same organization, I think both these teams are playing to win, right? I don't think there's any sort of one team trying to set up the other. I think it's more just, from what I understand, the Timeless guys or the people behind Timeless, are just quite keen to support the scene. Just quite keen to, maybe keen is the wrong word, but they're quite willing to put some of their own money in to help get coaching and provide support to have the players and have them represented. And that's why you see quite a few different iterations of Timeless across Europe and Australia and the Obsidian version of the roster as well. So I think if this was maybe a higher level of competition or the stakes were higher, you could really make an argument for conflicts of interest. But I think it's not too bad at this level. I think there's not enough to play for, I guess, maybe is the best way to say it. So we'll be loading into Midtown now. No subs from either team, which is really what we expect. We have a pretty good read on what LeftRightGnight are going to do because we saw them run the Ram Bap, May, Sojin, Lucio. Pretty much all the time, everywhere they can, no exceptions. Sometimes we change the May and the Sojin player, but I don't know why they do that. Presumably there's some other swaps on the map that make it make sense, but initially we'll start with the defense coming out from LeftRightGnight. In general, when you're holding this map, the way every team holds this is they have a couple of people who play this far right side. Normally, the Lucio May, when you're playing these kind of heroes, they'll keep control of that. And we do see Lethal now. I swear to God, Lethal played Sojin on Midtown earlier. Now he's playing May. I don't know why. I don't know why they keep swapping heroes, but we'll see if it works. Hey, maybe they just literally take turns. But we'll see how it goes. Everyone's locked in. And actually, Lethal's starting much closer to his team than you'd maybe expect from a May in some of these situations. For Cypher's out, it's actually a TP rotation straight up top. Seeker's going to get everyone on top of it. Well, some people call it 11, some people call it Bro House. It's where the fire department live. But they get this rotation for free. They're just going to stabilize in this room for now. And now they're potentially just waiting for their next TP. Could be one in Vision's direction. It's a fake TP, though. They're just going to swing out main and force point instead. Wall isn't that good, really, from Sugar Free. They're just going to trade cooldowns. Vision with a wide swing now. Lots of pressure. Got a full rail inside. Can't find it. It's forced out by Hawk. Hawk's going to have to block a little bit. He's under a lot of pressure. Now they want to push him. They've got the wall. He's got no form. He's trapped. Good punish. TP comes out, but doesn't find anything. And now they want to push and clean up all these kills, and they should be able to with Ram advantage. Bear with me a second, because it does feel like I'm going to sneeze. Now I've said it, I'm not going to sneeze. But the Ram cleanup, that still happens whether or not I sneeze or not. Pretty good fight overall, I think. Really good responses to the TP. Didn't panic, kept the formation. Vision swung very aggressively. They bailed him out of that difficult situation. And then they spotted Hawk with no form. Lethal had wall, calls for it, goes on it, gets the punish. Good neutral from LeftRightGnight. Now a more straightforward fight. They're just in a window through main here. Good disengage from LeftRightGnight as well. Oh, Ice is going to drop and take a big chunk of damage from that window, but he is okay. Now they're looking to swing around. Aeon's going to come out, actually. He's kind of lobbed it here, Lethal, but he's forced the Ice Block, but not a lot else. Sugar Free's going to be able to survive that one. They have to use Lamp, but now Sugar Free's got this big male advantage. They are bullied into the corner. Good wall comes in. Left might get caught, actually. Left's going to get caught. He just sort of lands on the pivot side of a fire truck. He is okay. Ice is going to pop the Annihilation, able to clean it up. Looks really good, actually. With a Hulk here, trying to get a trade on Big Mina would have been huge, but Hawk can't find it. And now all of a sudden, LeftRightGnight are starting to look like the kings of Midtown. They do a symbol now. If I'm Timeless, I'm really thinking, can I just TP back to Bro House to 11 and just symbol on point, really force a fight there? This looks really good for them. They're just trying to walk for now. They're going to symbol and walk the point, actually. Really fine as well. Wall comes out. Beak's going to be used by Left. That's kind of the last ultimate. Leaf's nearly got this, but it's actually, how does Leaf Miho find a kill there? They managed to save life. Icy's walked in. Icy and Left are actually super committed here. They need help. Vision's going to start walking up. They're going to channel Sugar Free first. Need to be careful not to trade. They've got everything wrapped up. Just a minute left on the clock, and we've only got 43% now. This is big trouble. This is big trouble for Timeless. All right, I'm picking out nothing from Luke Mino. Oh, this has full hold written all over it. All over it. It's going to be a big ult fight. Sugar Free would have Mail, and Annihilation is available for Hawk, so it's really an unwinnable fight, but it's quite a scary situation if you're Timeless. 10 seconds left. Window comes in, open pick onto Root Hawk, couldn't ask for more. Hawks to take loads of damage, just Mail for Core Hawk as well. It's just over. The counter Mail from Sugar Free actually catches Icy, but it's not enough. It's a full hold. Left, right, good night. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have a game.
Score 0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So, now it seems all but unlosable, really, for LeftRightGnight and Timeless series up 1-1. And what's really interesting about this as well is it's not just, oh, we managed to get a map off of Timeless. It's we actually got a map off of Timeless just playing a straight Ram May Sojourn mirror. There's no sort of unique selling point or unusual comp that's thrown them off guard. It's really just a straight up mirror that's worked for them.
Ready for battle.
On. Hunter's messaging me. He's meant to be enjoying his nan's birthday, but he's messaging me. Go enjoy your nan's birthday, Hunter. What a maniac. Anyway, on to the other way, and Hawk's actually going to play Sigma now, which is an interesting choice. I really feel like the way the meta's gone is the Ram actually matched up quite nicely against the Sigma, because if the Sigma gets walled, he can really be put under a lot of pressure. Obviously, the Ram's form damage just goes through the Sig matrix, so any kind of wall on the Sig, you can take. You take a left click damage, you take in the Ram form damage, you've just taken a lot of damage, and it's quite hard. Mal will start. Again, a relatively narrow hold actually coming out from Timeless as well, and Lethal and Lep are going to exploit this, try and swing wide early on, and they just get the space for free. No one's meeting him, so Lethal can take these pot shots. Seeker and Vega are contesting it, but Lethal's moved quite far up, and again, I don't know why it's May and Sojourn this way around, but it wasn't in the previous series. But it is what it is. Vega gets the first pick, and they've locked him down here. So have to bear in mind a lot of opportunities here for LeftRightGnight. A lot of opportunities in the neutral, a lot of opportunities in the ult fights to win this one. Let's put some attention on Hawk and see how he's choosing to take some of these neutral fights, because it does change a little bit when you Sig. Have to really respect this round. Good rock to help keep himself up and try to keep him up. Lap comes in as well. He's under so much pressure. You can see how awful his life just feels in those aggressive wall trades. Obviously, it was window advantage as well, but this just might be it. Yeah, Recall's going to go down, and LeftRightGnight. That'd be good night for Timeless on this midtown. There's no way back here, surely.
Play of the game.
Hold on, bear with me a second. Alright, and we're back on. So we get to see the... It's going to be a very unexciting play of the game, actually. It's just for cleanup from the last fight. But yeah, Sky plays 420. Pleasant chat. Sim felt very underutilized there. I have to agree. The very first fight, they chose to do the rotation to Bro House and then did a fake TP out and swung us a point. Really liked the look of that one. Nice idea. Bit of misdirection. And then afterwards, we didn't really use the Sim that much. They did use Symbol to point, but they weren't able to win that fight as well. Normally, the nice thing about Sim is that actually, I really think Symbol is the most powerful ult in the game in a lot of ways. It's so good. If you can just take a brawl on the objective with Symbol, it's so hard to lose. Obviously, it can be just disengaged or something, right? For example, but it's such a hard fight to lose when you can just go on point and do that. But they waited it out. They waited it out well to their credit, and I guess, yeah, I guess credit to LeftRightGnight. But I do agree. It really feels like Timeless dropped the ball on the attack, not converting some of those situations. And I would have liked to see either don't play the sim or let's play to actively get more out of the sim. Thank you for some of the clarification there, I think, from Capitology about how when we were talking previously about Timeless and Timeless Obsidian, and if there was a conflict of interest. Now, actually, there are different owners and staff. So there is separate running and separate organizational things. And this is what you'll find even in sort of bigger esports like Dota when there's two teams under the same banner, is they'll be like, while they might even be share a name, they will be independently operated and managed and all of these things. So there's an element of competitive integrity still there. So New Junk City will be the next map. Waiting on the teams to ready up, and really on this, it doesn't feel like there's any way to do it other than to keep playing the Ram, Bap, Lucio, Mirror. The SIG certainly didn't seem to solve any of the problems that Timeless seemed to be having. I think in general, the way the meta has developed, these wall trades are so aggressive and so dangerous. I just don't see a way that Hawk can realistically keep playing Sigma, so I expect him to go back to it. It is surprising. I did think there's a possibility they could take a map of it here, but I didn't really envision it looking kind of like that, where it's just a full hold, a little bit flat, a little bit uncreative, losing all the neutral type situation for Timeless. So obviously still plenty of time to fix it. It's still 1-1 of the series. Anything can happen. I think this will be a very telling map because we'll get the Ram, May, Bap, Mirror. It'll really not just obviously be decisive in terms of giving one team match point. It will also be very decisive in terms of the mental battle of who has the advantage in the mirror. The problem in metas like this is how many different options do you really have? Do they have a backup comp in the pocket? I mean, obviously you look at Timeless, right, and you think, well, could they play Hawk on Doom and Sugar Free on Tracer and Rupal on Ana and Vega on Ilari or something, or Lucio even? Seems really possible, right? Seems really okay for him to do something like that, or even put Sugar Free on Echo, Seeker on Sojourn. All these things seem quite possible. But they could play a dive version and take us to an Esperanza or something. Kind of similar to how we saw X Oblivion do that in the earlier series. But I don't know. It doesn't feel great. Lethal says Icy is just missing in action. So we'll wait for Icy to come back. Lethal says Icy's just missing in action. No joke, hasn't said a word last 10 minutes. And then literally half a second later says ready. Okay.
Initiating match.
All right, so New Junk City. Expect. What is Lethal chatting about? But yeah, I think Skyblaze says in chat now he feels like the Maywalls for large were a lot better, and I think that's true. I think Lethal found some really nice timings and caught Hawk, especially on that overtime attack as well. Obviously got the nice wall onto the Sigma, and now after Lethal got all those nice walls, he's going to go back to playing Sojourn. They're actually just swapping main Sojourn every map. But they've taken maps off Timeless here, so we've seen the Lethal May Vision Sojourn version take a map off Timeless. We'll see if the Vision May Lethal Sojourn version can also take a map off Timeless here. And it's actually a switch up here from Timeless. It's May, Reaper, Moira, Lucio. So Obviously, we've seen this comp before in Overwatch League. Really, no one's playing this in Europe, so it's a little bit. Let's see how it goes. We obviously saw some of it from WISP before, unsuccessfully against LeftRightGnight. We're just going to try and kite, give a little bit of space here. We're going to try and walk onto Icy, but they're quite happy if they all walk onto Icy. Good defensive wall from Vision. They'll keep kiting back, keep kiting back. Just happy to shoot, give lethal opportunities here. Full DP coming out from Timeless. They're going to look for a speed onto them at some point. Amazorb comes in. They're just going to move to point bow initially. Keep farming the shot. Lethal's going to have an opportunity, and Icy just zings him down with the jingly bells. Seeker's going to die before the fight. They have separated Vega. He's going to get forced down. I want to just try and play that a little bit slower there, did Timeless. Bait them onto the point, but maybe find explosive play. But they just found that pick before anything really happened, and really big problem. Now we'll move into a hold. Ult advantage, especially in the male, is really the important one. But they're both rock solid. Sugar Free just hit a couple of things to even that one up. So it will be the Coalescence versus the window. It's hard. If you get the window right, obviously it can be really good. But the Coalescence, normally a very good pushing option, really helps them. They're going to start early. They're going to break their way through the wall. Vision's actually separated here. He's going to get focused down. But Lethal with the shutdown. They just find 2 kills. The Coalescence still going. But Lethal's overclocked, does all the work. And they're just going to clean them up here. And a LeftRightGnight, just the best team in America. It might be too soon to say, but let's dig our heels in on that. Let's dig our heels in on that take right now. They're going to hold forward as well. This touch is going to be a nightmare for him. It looks like Timeless wants to go left side instead, which, I mean, it could work. They've got to go underneath perhaps to make sure they get the touch, any 10%. Left also mark and get their net early enough. The wall comes through. The Mayult comes through as well. They actually just can't touch yet. They have to spend the Mayult for it, which sort of hurts, but I mean, a point to point, right? They still have Ram ult and they have a window coming back for the next point. We'll see where we're heading off. So, will be Mayult advantage for Sugar Free. It does have time as well to set up here, so Sugar Free will be able to play close to the choke. Great ability to shut down the annihilation from the Ram with Mayult as well, as long as you can get it right. So no need to do anything too aggressive too soon. We see Sugar Free peeking wide. Early pressure, again, he's moving over now, wants to meet the Ram on this side if he can. Wall comes off, Lethal just finds the pick. Opening shots galore from Lethal, where they're just gonna choose to lose the fight. I mean, it is reasonable because it's such a problem, obviously, if you lose your back immediately in the fight. But it's such a painful one to lose, because look at the ults they lost in that fight with. They're still holding on to all these good ults, so obviously they've got a good chance for a retake. You win a first fight off the window, seems really good. Now, LeftRightGnight have the option to lose to some of these ults and come back with their own advantage to cap a point. So big trouble here. Need to try and do it as efficiently as possible if you're Timeless. But I mean, at the moment, if you're Timeless, just find a way to start winning fights. Nice slow setup. Early wall, doesn't find anything. Hawk's gonna ram form to try and put pressure onto Icy, and Sugar Free disguise in the choke. They're going to have to disengage again. Oh, the double slow is so powerful, actually. Really a lot of pressure on Hawk there. They bullied him out of it as well. He's going to swing wide. Just have this overclock, but they're still waiting for Sugar Free. They've got one chance in this retake. The touch is going to be pretty horrendous here. They have got all 5 ults though. Timeless. Overclock to take space, so you can take on a lot of it. Left's going to respond with beat. The Mayult's good, actually. Vision's going to free. No, he's got Ice Block. Vision's okay, actually. Both teams are going to survive Mayult. Now the Overclock comes in, but Lethal shut down immediately. Annihilation Pot from Icy. He's got the health advantage, but they've lost 2 people here. Timeless should be okay on this retake. They can take their time, focus down Icy now. They'll be okay. And it was actually a pretty big ult investment all around. Cost them all 5. But ultimately, able to get a lot. They got the later B. The Annihilation was better as well. So now they're at window disadvantage, but you can handle a window disadvantage. Now we're coming on the retake. Want to come from this more open side here. Can just window and walk up if they want. I'm just going to be ready for it though. Shouldn't get caught by window here if it's from this position. Ice is going to walk all the way up. Oh! Lap force out of Lukemino. It's going to drop the window now just so they don't have to pee, but the slow and the wall are on it. They're not getting huge value out of this window. Icy's trying to clear something. I can't really get anything. They've really weathered the storm of this, but Littl's found the evening pick again. Seeker's going to peek with his own rail. Wants to shut him down. Vision, ice blocks in time. Gets out. Lethal's another. Lethal's taken over here. He does get shut down by RuPaul, but I think Lethal's done enough. They should be able to clean up. Ice is going to chase out RuPaul. Now it's just Hawk. 2 rounds ahead. And Lethal's just the main man right now. Window advantage now for RuPaul. Will we get into this point? Which point are we going to? Are we going to D or we're going to E? We're going to D, okay. So both teams actually going to arrive here at pretty much the same time. Window earlier for RuPaul, but hard to use at this distance really. They swing too wide on the open area, they could be a problem, but I imagine RuPaul's just going to wait to use it, force the point with it. Nothing too dramatic or crazy. Here we go, wants to force it, is walled off. Just trying to pressure Icy out, they get a good wall onto Icy here, they're going to put the ice, the Blizzard as well. Lap's good to him, but Icy's going to get booped in, nice finish for him there. Sequel thing up both. Cost them 2 ults, but a tidy first fight, pretty standard. You use the window to force space, and then once they try and come into your space, they've used a few cooldowns, and your Blizzard becomes really easy to execute. Now a big ult advantage retake on the cards for LeftRightGnight. Can be tricky. It looks like obviously they're aware of their own disadvantage. Could be a disengaged fight here. It's just an overclock to open it up from Lethal. Gets them a lot of space, but just going to force point on it. They wall off the touch as well, actually. They're just going to make this touch hard for Hawk, and as Hawk rushes for the touch, he's going to get mailed-in. The walling defensive beat is good from Sugar Free. Left's going to match. He wants to keep this fight going. Now the Annihilation. Ice is still 10% away. Window up top. Sugar Free's trying to walk on top of him. Vegas with a big boot in onto Left. Left's in huge trouble. Hawk converts that kill. Now Vision is split. Hawk's going to force his ice block. Ice is going to pop this Annihilation. He wants to turn it. Lethal finds one. And he finds more. Icy needs more as well. Oh, it's a shot. So Vega, he finishes that kill, but Hawk trades him. I think it's enough actually. Timers have stabilized. Nice picks from Lethal again. But they weren't able to convert there. Now we're in control of the point. It's a bit of a dogfight here because both teams of people are spawning, but Ram advantage. Yeah, they're not going to touch it. They keep themselves alive for now. And they have the window, and they have the mail. So, a situation where timers can start to snowball this fight in their favour as well. Really difficult. But obviously, every time we feel like LeftRightGnight are in a really difficult situation otherwise, Lethal just does something. Just like an opening pick or something like this, and it ends up being massive for him. We'll see if he can do the same here. He's got rail now. They're going to window, playing to disengage it. Successfully disengage it. Gonna run out of rail. They still have mail now, so Vision nearly has his, but they kind of have to do the same again. Gonna go with the mail here actually, and it looks like the mail is gonna be disengaged successfully. Yeah, good disengage actually. Vision's now got a mail of his own. Chance to push back here, Timeless know it, they're trying to play wide in space, but oh, they walk into it, Rail lands, and Lukemino finishes, got Seeker, now they're going to force point, Hawk's beat down, Lethal still got this, Rail is going to jump up top with pressure onto Sugar Free, now they're bullied back into the corner, Lamp is used, and Timeless just happy, they just want to get out of here, with a wall up, they get staggered here as well, could be a problem, Icy's looking for it, but it's big. But it's scary to go outside and see how many people. The respawns were back from Timeless and they want to retake top quickly. But Vision's got he's got the Blizzard. Is he going to get anyone? The defensive ball is good actually, and Hawk's killed Vision. Hawk's fine. Just hiding inside that wall. Now they can push back with their own ult. People's going to drop the overclock. Hits one. The beat was good, but not good enough. He's going to drop, actually try and kill Hawk. Hawk's got another form. Hawk's so low. They're going to get the kill, actually. Now he's walking back in. Oh, that's a scary ping. People's going to go down. Window from Camino. He's trying to clutch. Icy Swap onto point. Beat from Lep. It's a 3v2. I think they... Yeah, I think they had it. I mean, obviously, they might just win it off the beat, so maybe it's not the worst beat in the world, but it didn't feel like we actually needed beat in that situation. Hawk has gone Doom to touch. He's bullying back and forth with Lep. He's used his punch, and actually, yeah, he's going to make space Sugarfree for the person who actually gets the touch. Now he comes in to help Sugarfree out of this situation. It's Seeker who will be coming back with a Sojourn ult. Hawk's going to die, but can he take over here, actually, Seeker? Needs a kill. Needs a kill. Oh, I can't find anything, and Icy's going to get form and shut him down. And that's going to be left, right, good night. He just seemed to be dominant on the Ram right now. All right, let's catch up. What were we thinking about that one? Yeah, Fracking Carts was asking about. Yeah, they played both Vision Sojourn and Lethal May and Lethal Sojourn Vision May. And they kind of had success with both over the course of the day, so I imagine they just might keep changing it. Obviously, they've now won one map with each combination in this series against Timeless, so it doesn't seem like a system that makes a lot of sense, but if it works, right? So, okay. Skyblaze says, I kind of want to see a dive look from Timeless. Feel like they don't understand the Ram comp as well as LRG based on that map. Yeah, I think I can really agree with that. A lot of left, right, good night. Obviously, Lethal's getting a lot of individual value, but they're also disengaging a lot of Timeless results. They're doing a lot of better job of what you would call, I guess, like the push and pull of all these brawl matchups here. Let's see what's going on. All right, so yeah, it looks. Have they picked? Yeah, Colo coming out now from Timeless. It's weird because in theory that map really does seem to lend itself to being a brawl match or a brawl map, and obviously that's not gone well for them so far. So we'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out because I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical if they can sort of solve these problems in a space of 5 minutes between maps. I think especially when you're losing these brawl mirrors, the reason you're losing is quite often really in the detail, and if it's something like that, it's quite hard to fix. If you're just playing a different comp or a comp you haven't played before, you kind of just need to find the big. What are we playing for? What's our win condition? Can we just find something that makes sense and is effective enough to get us through? Whereas when you're playing these mirrors, it's probably something really small, and either something small or there's a combination of they're not just doing one thing better than you; they're doing like 8 small things better than you, and that's really hard to fix and notice just from watching the game live and watching it once. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'd want to avoid it, but. Can you avoid it? I mean, not if you go Colosseo. I mean, I guess you can dive on Colosseo. There's nothing stopping you. It's not the worst. Like the very first fight is awful for dive, but the rest of the map is actually really not that bad for dive at all. You can even really make an argument it's actually better for dive once you get out of the sort of tunnel section of Colosseo. So it's not impossible, but I feel like we're just going to see more Ram mirror. Maybe there's a chance they do Ram May Reaper, possibly, but that didn't really work very well for them on the start of New Junk City, and it didn't look. When I start to see stuff like Seeker on Reaper and stuff, it maybe then starts to feel like, are we really getting the best out of Seeker in these situations? I always felt with Valiant last season that anytime Seeker wasn't just on Sojourn, Valiant looks so much weaker. I don't think he's bad at other heroes, but his Sojourn is just next level. He should just always be on Sojourn. But yeah, so we'll wait and see. We're loading into Coliseum now. Danny in the chat. Here we go. Upset on the cards. LeftRightGnight about to put themselves in an actually outrageously good position, and they'll be in the upper bracket final. Presumably, I don't know the score of the other upper bracket semi-final at the moment, but presumably against Primus Tornado, which would be a real wild turn of events. I think everyone, if you were to do, when everyone was doing power rankings and tier lists, it was very much there's Primus Tornado and there's Timeless. And these are the two premium teams. Then there's sort of a middle ground of 4 teams and maybe a couple of teams who can't quite hang with anyone. But that's not what we've seen so far. And what we've seen is not cheese or anything weird from the side of LeftRightGnight. They've just been playing the meta. They've just been playing it better than Timeless. We'll kick it off now. Expect a classic Coliseum first fight, which is painfully slow. Buying for meters, taking a cooldown trade. Hawk's actually going to swing the other side, just wants to pressure Lethal out. He'll get to do that too. Just trying to find some of this rail. They didn't force an ice block out. Trying to force Seeker out. Lethal's getting a bit more of an aggressive angle now. This first fight more like a Counter-Strike game than anything else. Both rails are going to miss, and we'll go back to a neutral. Both teams playing it slow. Lethal looking for it. He's going to get most of a rail off this one. Seeker hits him. Doesn't connect the headshot though. They're trying to push in aggressively now. Ice is actually just swamped from here. They just won it. The lamp misses, I think, from Luke Mino. And now they're just going to get chased down. No way out of this one for Luke Mino. Looking for the trade if they can. Vision would like it. They're actually going to steal the cart here. The trade's probably really more important than the cart steal. They're looking for something. Lethal's too far out to help them though. I guess the cart steal does help them actually, because actually still slow pushing it inside for Coliseum itself, so they've got so much ground to make up. They might really be okay for quite a bit. Play it slow. Windows available for both teams. Sojourn ult advantage for Seeker. Everything else pretty even. Hawk side advantage on Annihilation. Walk forward and we're back in the corridor, boys. We're back in the corridor. Slow it down. Seeker has rail. Let's see what happens. Window comes through. Icy wants to go through. He's not going to be allowed to go through. He's in so much trouble. He needs the lamp. He needs the lamp. He can get the double pocket as well, but it's Seeker who finds the opening pick. Now they can keep going. Icy's in this horrible, horrible position. Hawk put him under more and more pressure. As soon as that double pocket fades, it's over for him. Really unnecessary land from Rueful there. I'm not sure what he was scared of, but helps them get that trade onto Icy. Now they clean this one up and looks like they're taking control. Only a window trade there. Perfect if you are Timeless. Now all the odds coming up here. Generally, we'll see us start with a neutral. Potentially overclocks used in the neutral to help, especially LeftRightGnight get space. And then we'll see Mayults. Wall is good onto Hawk. He's going to push aggressively. He does not get out of that Mayult. He goes down. He does not get out of a Mayult. Meanwhile, Icy's managed to take the space with his Mayult. Or, sorry, with his, just with his form. No Mayult to stop him. So they're taking care of this. Now the overclock. They're going to force the beat out. They're going to slow it down a little bit more. And it's just going to be a disengage from Timeless, and most importantly for LeftRightGnight, they deny the cap. They've got to be ready. Sugarfree wants to tail with this Mayult. He's looking for it. He's going to die for it. Vision has Ice Cream Country. He's just fine. He's just not going to die. He might get traded now by Seeker. Lamp just half a second too late from Luke Mino, but the damage is done. They red map play, and Sugarfree's Mayult gets no value. Chance to push back now, but it's Beat versus Annihilation, which for the most part will ultimately cause a bit of stalemate. Those two ults should cancel each other out. RuPaul does have a window. Bear in mind though, we're still in this very early part of the map where they've got to push it through the corridor. right now. Obviously, if you're timeless, you've got 61 meters on the board. No need to rush into anything. Might as well chunk up the rest of our ults while we have time. Ball comes in, window, they try and catch Icy. Icy's got most of it. Good disengage. They're going to beat to go through it. Actually, Icy's going to want to keep going, I think, but he's about to run out. He's in so much trouble with going. The lamp's late, but I don't think it would have. I mean, it would have just means he dies 3 seconds later instead of right there. Timeless have really slowed down the game to a more controlled pace, especially exploiting the fact that they've got the lead on push and making the other team push into them. Punish Icy there. I really don't. Yeah, I mean, obviously they had beat advantage, right? Which is why I think Icy thought he could go so aggressive, but Hawk tears with the Annihilation really just deals with him. They've got a bit of early space now, but Icy's worked his way onto point. He's actually forced the lamp onto RuPaul. RuPaul's having a terrible time, but he's there. Mail now from Vision, and I think it's huge, actually. I think it's huge, yeah. It's going to clean up everyone. And so far, they've looked rock solid on these cap fights. 2 for 2 for LeftRightGnight, but it's these aggressive fights they need to get value in it. This is the hard bit of Colosseo. Anyone can win fights on their own half of the map, but winning fights on the other half of the map on Colosseo, that's what separates the winners from the losers on this type of map. And it's actually a window up top. The Hawk's just got all the way through. Lucas is in huge trouble. Lethal finds an early kill. Actually, Hawk ducks for it. Hawk got a good setup, but I'm wrong. Lethal's able to shut that one down, and now they're just pinned in. They can get good distance here. They need to get the cart. Cart is slow going, and they've not really won this fight in a decisive way, so they're actually going to get probably like 10 meters off this. Oh, okay. Honestly, it can be such a grind sometimes if you can't fight them cleanly, and it's so hard to win them cleanly. They're playing super aggressive here. The Mail comes out, actually, but LeftRightGnight deny it. Or dodge it, I should say, and now it's Annihilation over the top. The beat is bare. Vision goes down in the middle of it. The Animation's going to keep going for a while, but I don't think Icy can actually find any kills with it. The window over the top from RuPaul, doing a good job. Icy finds one trade, but it's not enough, really. Now Timeless can go straight back to slowing the game down again. Easily available for Left. The important thing for Timeless now is not to over-ult in these fights. Just keep, I call it like, responsible losing. Not doing too much, they're going to just go back to the slow default. They've got the Annihilation, but they've probably tracked that there's Mail and B available, even though they're technically a few % off right now. So it's too hard to start with Annihilation into that. They're just going to slow it down. The onus is, again, it's on LeftRightGnight to do something. Lethal has that full rail. Looking for something. They are taking for trade, and RuPaul's actually managed to find a kill here from the high ground. The Mail's good. Can they kill Hawk? No, the Lamp's good as well. RuPaul taking over here, and now the pushback is possible. Hawk's looking for it. Off angle B and overclock come in. The repush is good. Sugarfree's going to drop the Mail. They can get out. Let us get out of it. He's going to go down. Now the Annihilation from Hawk over the top. He's going to chase down Icy. Now we've got Icy to go. Icy's form, actually. He's found a trade too. They're still going to win the fight here, Timeless, but actually, are they putting both supports? The Timeless, I don't think they can get more of this. Maybe, Vision can't. I can't find the stairs, actually. You can't find the stairs, and now they might actually be in a real spot of bother. Yeah, we've got like a meter, a couple of meters and back, and Lethal has now gone Hanzo. Obviously, the nature of how slow these corridor fights can be, Hanzo can really just increase your chances of finding kills just because you've actually got one shot available more often than the Sojourn does. I'm going to force an early ice block out of Sugarfree. Doesn't quite catch him with the wall there, Vision, but it'll be alright. Let's take a look at Lethal Cam. Oh, half a second too late. You couldn't ask for a bigger pick than that, and now all of a sudden, this could just be what they're looking for. Not going to commit ults here, I imagine, Timeless, but they'll be so happy to get this Annihilation out. So happy. Need to not trade now, though. Need to not trade. They have not traded. This could be the big fight for them, but they've got no ults. So it's probably not going to be the big fight for them, actually. That could just be a complete lie. Lethal needs to find a pick. in like his next 3 arrows, really. Ooh, the opposite happens. He's going to get picked instead, and they'll get a few meters off this, but they actually just need to lose this fight. Timeless, in an ideal world, won't use anything here. They should just have enough, especially with that wall and slow. They should just feel comfortable being up this fight. They're going to drop a window. Really fine. Keep holding for big ults. And now Timeless, it's all about game management now. All about game management from Timeless. They've been really good this entire map so far about not taking unnecessary risks, slowing the game down when they can. And I think this is another situation where, again, slow the game down, make them push into us. We've got Mail to match. We've got Beat and Overclock to drop over the top of it. Maybe we maybe actually just need a bit of Dennis magic right now. Nothing coming yet as we hit overtime. They're now going to push him. They're going to lamp their way up here. Really aggressive overclock actually. The beat to keep going. Lethal's in so much trouble. Seeker will take over with that one, and that might just be it. Icy's had to move towards Point Annihilation to finish it, and they've done it. Timeless have just about kept themselves in it. And to be fair, we talked a lot at the start about LeftRightGnight maybe thriving a bit more in the chaos, and that's what we saw on New Junk City. But this was a very controlled and organized game from Timeless. Perfect game management decisions all the way through. And I think it actually put them in a really good position. If they can make map 5 like this, I think they should feel really, really happy. All right, so obviously the nice thing for LeftRightGnight is they get to pick map 5. The problem is 2 of the maps are Dorado and Route 66, which are pretty awkward maps to play the mirror on. And the other is Shambali, which is obviously a pretty fine map to play the mirror on, but I think Shambali suffers from a lot of the same problems as Circuit Royale, where the second point is actually such a nightmare to attack. It's really important you know your snowball, and if you don't, you can just get stuck there forever. And it makes for map, whenever you've got a map where there's a really overpowered choker or overpowered defensible position. You may be seeing this a lot in Rialto first defense as well, because that choker is so hard to break. And you know, even if you play decently, you can just get stuck there if something really good doesn't happen for you. Now, actually, the results on that map become super volatile, and it becomes really awkward and really difficult. So Shambali doesn't feel like a great option for a lot of it. But you would be guaranteed at least you just get to play the RAM mirror, right? And if you just get to play the RAM mirror, that's not a bad thing. Especially if you're LeftRightGnight, right? You probably feel pretty comfortable at just taking it as often as possible. Okay, so I think I might actually take a quick toilet break, as I presume everyone's having a few minutes. So I will be right back, and then we will be coming back with you with map number 5. All right. Welcome back. Go straight into in-game because there was a bit of a delay because left right gaming. I didn't realize I need to pick map or something. Right. Okay. They're also going to change side as well, so that means we're going to have to do some technical adaptations. But I've literally got that dog in me, so don't worry about that. All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So now we're going on to a very small, straight map. I mean, maybe straight isn't quite the right word, but a lot of the areas you fight in are quite narrow corridors compared to some of the other, I guess, more expansive maps. Like Route's a lot wider, Midtown is a lot wider. We did obviously see a lot of success from Timeless with that sort of slower, methodical game management type play style in the second, especially the second half now Coliseum. We will be getting much the same on the mirror here. No surprises, no twists of the dice. Especially you look at the Timeless roster and you think this roster probably has the quality to play most comps in some form or another. Go up into the mirror. They did win it on Coliseum. It has been back and forth. It's all going to come down to this. Huge upset here with LeftRightGnight. LeftRightGnight can actually stick the landing on this final map. Will be them to attack first. Lethal is back on May. Vision is on Sojo. Obviously, take it for what it is. They've won one map with each roster and lost one map with each side of a roster. So this is the tiebreaker, I guess. Earlier trade comes through. Lamp's forced quite early out of Root Pool. Big problem now. They can be quite aggressive on the next form timing. Wolf and Sugarfree doesn't have much. They put the slow onto Sugarfree. Icebox will be forced. Now Lethal's being very aggressive. Has to Icebox back himself, but the damage is done. Ice is connected onto the back line, and it's just over. Not too bad though. You'd never expect to hold him here forever. If you lose the first fight, you lose the first fight. Maybe the bit that hurts the most actually is that Luke Mino is so far ahead on window, and that Lethal is 30%, well, maybe 25% ahead on Mail. They're going to hold forward. Left's going to be left on cart. Have to be ready to disengage this window and potentially this Mail as well. Should have a good trap on it because it's the first ult of the game, so you can just press tab and read the numbers and know exactly when it's there. Luke Mino, 5% away now. Icy going to hold this opposite corner. Expect this window to come down straight away. Slow is onto Hawk. Wall as well. Hawk is going to try and go through it. He can't go through it. He's just caught by it. Lamp is no good by Root Pool. But now Lamp to push in here. Safety line from Luke Mino. They're all going to peek. Don't get any trades. I don't know if they actually get another fight here. I mean, they can, but I don't know if they ramp to touch. The wall's going to come through. Sugarfree's going to drop for it. Window back, but Annihilation through from Icy looks really good. Now the Mail on point. Sugarfree's going to freeze. He should die. There we go. Lethal will take care of him. They've traded out quite hard, actually. Lamp onto point to try and force a fight here. Pressure on. They're going to beat to win it. It's a 4v3. Hawk has no form. He's in big trouble now. They clean it up. Did cost them a lot of their big ults. Everything except the overclock, but more than happy to pay that price for a nice quick cap on Shimbali first. Really not uncommon to see teams get full held here. It can be a difficult first point, especially if you get stuck on that slope, but they did it. The problem is, this next part of the map is a really great part of the map to get stuck on as well. Because if you lose this fight, you get stuck on a slope. And it's just hard to be on slopes, guys. Mayo, Ramel, overclock coming back. All the tools to stabilize here for Timeless. Need to show composure in this moment. Early ball comes through onto Lethal. He's going to get pocketed through most of it. Bove disengages initial form well. Slightly later one back. The Seekers overclock. Both of them have traded actually. Vision finds one with a big flank. Annihilation now from Hawk. He's under so much pressure. He's taking so much damage. Now the window, but the Mail is good actually. It's a huge Mail from Sugarfree. He's going to get everyone. He's going to get everyone. Really good Mail there. It felt like left-right gaming have actually. Oh, sorry, LeftRightGnight. I keep saying gaming. LeftRightGnight have actually been so good with the disengages, so good with their macro calls and what ult to expect next throughout this series. But there, they weren't ready for the Mail. Trigger free gets a massive one. They do have Mail advantage here, and they do want to go right-hand side. They'll come through, and now they just flipped the map here. So interesting not to meet them or try and force the Mail to have a choke. Now they can just start using their cooldowns to try and get the C9 away from them. Here we go, Legal's going to drop it, Hawk is going to freeze, the lamp is okay, the beat is okay, it's enough. They've got Hawk through, now they push back on window. Lamp from Luke Mina to get him out. They've stabilised. Vision's kind of on a long flank here. Lethal's peeking a lot, taking a lot of damage, has Ice block. Hawk wants to slow it, but they're going to form as well, but he's actually going to get walled off. Icy's looking for a lot more. Counter comes out from Sugar Free, but Icy's just on top of RuPaul, takes him down, combined with the slow from Vision. Vision pushed him the flank quite aggressively, but he'll die for it, but it's 2 for 2 here, so it's RAM advantage to LeftRightGnight, so they should be able to clean it up. But catch Vega as well, actually. They'll chase him out, they will get cart progressive with the respawns, they won't have to get much more, they have to wait for Luke Mino. It's going to be a big ult fight, 2 minutes left on the clock, and really so much of it's going to come down to this. You have to feel. Overclock on the right-hand side. Beat and Annihilation just go super, super deep from Icy and Left. They killed RuPaul, and RuPaul's been... Icy's been so aggressive onto him here, and they're just going to clean this one up. Really good aggressive use of their ult advantage here. They shut this one down. It's so... We talked a little bit at the start about how important it is to nail your snowballs on this map. And committing your ult aggressively really early to make sure they can't even get a clean recontest like that. The exact right thing to do. And I'll tell you this for free. 3-minute time bank on a first point Shambali. You don't see it all that often. And I think they can be really, really happy about the situation. And it's a scary situation for Timeless. They also going to come in because they forced the ice block. I mean, they're probably going to kill Lethal. Yeah, they get to beat for it as well because of the overclock. This feels like actually a pretty ugly fight from Timeless in terms of how the ults have worked out. Obviously, they get the mail and they should be happy with that, but because they have to drop the beat over the top, beat for overclock, it doesn't. Yeah. You can see why he does it, but it doesn't feel great. Now they get the wall off here onto Vision. Lots of pressure on him, but they get him out of there, no problem, in the end. Alba Wall comes into Hawk, he's going to DP, he has to try and dodge for Mayo. He does well, actually, he dodges for Mayo. He freezes just at the end, actually, he DPs it, he re-peeks it a little bit too soon, I should say. I think it's okay, though, I think they're able to stabilise. Did cost him an Annihilation, though. We've got the Overclock coming up next to slow it down, only window from Luke Mino, so... They can really, no major threats, they just need to be ready not to get caught by this window. Seeker's peeking wide, they're going to drop in, Hawk's going to try and get out of here, but RuPaul gets shut down again. They've just found this RuPaul kill so often in so many of these situations, but the Luke Mino trade is huge actually from Vega. Seeker's going to come and get another trade as well, and they can't cap off this. They can get it pretty close, but they can't cap off it because of a trade, super important. So they're just going to have to take it as close as they can, then go back. There we go, yeah, 2.23 meters. Have to make sure, could do that getting out alive. And they actually come back on Kiri, so they just have to take the fight quickly here. They have the beat, so they're just going to go for it. They're trying to pile on top of Seeker here on his overclock. Vision's got one as well. He's going to pop it on top, and Seeker finds a kill. They need to cut down Seeker, but Seeker's down 2. Seeker's still alive. Seeker's going to find 3. Seeker just saved this one for his team. Luke Mino eventually gets betrayed, but too little, too late. Ice is going to drop the Annihilation. I don't know about that. I think they had another touch, really. Fell a little bit rushed from LeftRightGnight there. The Kiri swap, committed the Ramult at the end. It all actually just felt like they had time for another proper fight. Don't give themselves that chance. And now, actually, thanks to Seeker's heroics, Timeless might actually be able to scrape a hold out of this one. They've got Mail, they've got all the tools. As long as they don't get caught by big mid-type Mail, they should be okay. Sugarbee's going to use his ult really aggressively. It doesn't catch anyone, but it does separate Icy. So they're going to put Icy under so much pressure. They kill him, they catch Luke Mino, beat Annihilation to seal the deal, and they'll get the hold. It's a hold on third point, but it's a hold.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So now, yeah, so now we're going over to Timeless's attack, and it's, I mean, it's not easy. A long way to go. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. Obviously, teams can play for free fights in the between the spawn fight on this corner here, and then the actual fight on cap as well. You can really just get your time whittled away and be left with not a lot of opportunities. And once we get to the second point and there's like this big slope, if you ever get stuck here, it can be really difficult. I think LeftRightGnight made a good decision by choosing to go right side at a certain point, swing through here instead. But yeah, a lot of things that can go wrong. Pressure really on Timeless right now. Seeker with a big clutch at the end. Wouldn't hurt if they had a few more of those. We're going to have the same combination, Lethal on May and Vision on Sojourn.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it won't actually be a spawn fight, is maybe the most interesting thing here from LeftRightGnight. We want to hold on the high ground, so they're playing for quality over quantity here. Most teams will just take the spawn hold, so you can swing wide early. Get a little bit of help here from Vega. Visually finds the first one. Vega's going to rejoin his team now, try and help Hawk out in this situation, but the slow is actually massive, and they catch Seeker, and Hawk's really low after this. Sugarbeat traps him. They just win the neutral off the back of that first pick. Good start from LeftRightGnight. Puts him in pretty prime position, actually. Martin coming up through the middle this time. Vision's got this big off angle. Lethal top right above him. Pretty scary as Icy meets him, but they're going to bait him to point, then swap to the high ground. They have to give it on the basis that Icy dropped. Good rotation there from Timeless. Solved for corner hold without having to do anything crazy, without having to take any difficult fights. Now they've got potentially an even more difficult corner. We'll see if they swap again, but Sugarbeat's actually just got on an open pick, so they can just walk here. Slowly but surely, they're taking all its first point. It's now going to be a cap point, or cap fight rather. Lethal has actually got this Mayot as the first ult online, so I don't know if they'll be expecting this. They have to be cautious. They're trying to take this wide angle here with Seeker, just really try and bully him as much as possible. Lethal's looking for this flag Mayot now. He's considering it. He's gone the other way. He's taking both doors. The option's open for him. Seeker's still holding this big off angle as well. Now they're going to window aggressively. They've got the wall on support here. Looks like Lethal's going to chase with it. Rupal might just get caught by it. Rupal's frozen. He would unfreeze though. He's going to refreeze again. There's the damage done. Rupal manages to get himself, Seeker and Vega out. Icy's really pushing for it. Has to be careful not to go too far. He's too very able to turn the kill. Overclock popped now from Vision, but he needs to hit so many shots to make this work. He can't find any of them. Oh, it's just an overstep from Icy at the worst possible moment there. Now the high ground hold, 3 minutes, 40 seconds, not a bad time bank at all, but this next fight's a really important one. They've got ult advantage as well, so the snowball here is massive. Really need to connect this Mayot. Often the first attempt you get at taking a second point is the best because of how many situations end up playing out, especially if you have ult advantage like this. Again, Vision from a pretty big off angle. They're going to go aggressive with Beat Annihilation. They're just trying to go all in. With a defensive Mayot is good. Oh, they still catch Rupal. The lamp slate on Icy as well. I think the traits, it's a really messy trait. Oh, but Vision gets another one. They will be able to get the hold here. Sugar Free's going to drop for it, but Luke Camino, Vision, and well, everyone's going to team up on Sugar Free. Now they'll take care of Seeker. Really important hold from LeftRightGnight here. Now in a situation where they've got to retake this difficult high ground. Is Cart far enough that time to go right side? I think the answer is yes. They're going to try and come underneath though. They're going to dodge the slope for the most part. Seeker does have this overclock as they swing up here. Considering going window, we'll just walk through main instead. Catches Luke Camino actually with a bit of help from the Annihilation, and they've just barreled their way through main. Just overloaded them with ults, not quite anything ready, and just a couple of times on this map you maybe think LeftRightGnight were doing such a good job disengaging some of these ults earlier. Could they have disengaged one or two more here on Shambali? Now they've got a free horrible retake. It's going to be a window. Sojourn ult coming back for Mail. It makes a bit of space, but not a lot. It's so dangerous, but Seeker can't actually find anything. Luke Camino's going to window back. Well, he actually finds Seeker. It's enough. Vision's going to find one as well. The hold might be on. Icy needs help on point, but they've got the tail end of this window to break it. Hawk's got form advantage. They need to pocket Icy through here. They need to pocket Icy through. Luke Camino's going to need to get the touch afterwards. Lethal's back on Traitor. Lethal and Leopard diving here. The backline, they need to stay on point, though. Luke Camino needs help on point. Leopard and Lethal are coming back. They've taken care of Recall. Vision's now in big trouble. Hawk's cleaned up too. Lep's got one. He's done it. Hawk and Vega are able to pull out the clutch. They cap it. Now 2 minutes 44, and all of a sudden it's all to play for. Timers have made pretty steady progress across both first and second, and they've given themselves a workable time bank on third. Mayo advantage, Ramel, well, even Ramel, even beat. For Mayo, the big difference maker here, if Sugar Free can find the right connection. Form's going to be traded early. Hawk's already in quite deep, he's taking a lot of damage. Hawk's going to need help here, they're going to wall off the healing main. Drops the Mayo onto Lethal, just wants to get this. Also stops Lethal building up any more Mayo here, so a real chance for Sugar Free to lap him with the cleanup kills he gets here. And Timeless might have done it. They've got beat Annihilation. Lep doesn't quite have beat yet. 2 minutes left, and the objective's right there. They can get it in. All going to be about this beat Annihilation trade. Rucal's going to get window in the middle of all this as well. Icy needs to start walking. 0.38 meters. The window's going to be dropped. Icy and Lethal going to hold point. They need to hold on. Seeker's found Luke Camino. It's a huge one. Beats are going to be traded now. Much later Annihilation from Hawk here. He can really push home this advantage. His first target is going to be Lethal. They shut him down. He's super low, but he was the only person touching the cut. It's over. Timeless take it. GG's to Timeless. Really good series in the end. We'll see. This will probably be the end of the first round here from Seeker. Yeah, good first kill. Maybe it's... Oh yeah, nice shot there to finish it off. We'll get all the cleanup ones. It wasn't a big clutch, but it's, you know, it's a cleanup kill. And there we go. 3-2 in the end. Looks like we got some pretty decent series as we went along. We can take a look maybe. Where's my bracket gone? Where's my bracket? Here it is. Here it is. Okay, so yeah, so bracket-wise, obviously our lower bracket games were locked in from before. Dope v Pirates in Pajamas, which I think is actually going to be quite a close game. Wisp versus v Splash. I think it's actually another good game, really entertaining one. Maybe no surprises here. That Primus Tornado found themselves 2 maps up and probably going to be a 3rd map soon. I guess what's most interesting about this is LeftRightGnight. They did start to fade the longer the series went on. I think that Colosseum and even at Shambali, it felt like the gap just was getting slightly bigger. But I think LeftRightGnight really made a candidate here. They're a bit of a dark horse. Now question marks maybe being raised about timelessness. Upper bracket final, presumably between these two guys, is going to be very interesting. Timeless probably with a lot to prove that they kind of deserve to be in the same level as them. Yeah, so actually quite enjoyable series. Let's see if I missed much in chat. Obviously, we're dealing with a delay still. Yeah, Fracking Cart says, I don't know why they keep swapping for May and for Sojourn, but it seems to work. Yeah, I don't have an explanation for it either, but it kind of was okay. If I had to pick, what I think is the correct combination, oh, I honestly don't know. I think it is Lethal and Sojourn. I think it is Lethal and Sojourn. I think that does make more sense. But they kept swapping it around and it worked. And if it works for them, it works for them. We've obviously reached the end now. So we can maybe take a look at. Obviously, we actually need to wait for. Okay, yeah. So the results we actually know are locked in now. We know this timeless one is locked in. So what? So let me figure out what tomorrow looks like. So there'll be this. It'll be these two lower bracket games, isn't that right? Yeah, upper bracket get a day off, so it's just lower bracket, lower bracket. So it's not updated yet, but that means this is going to be left, right. Good night. So I think stream-wise for tomorrow, my plan. This game certainly seems like the highlight. Then actually, maybe Pirates in Pajamas and LRG is the one to go. It's probably really 50-50 between these two teams. So I don't know which way I actually want to go with it. You could see a case for it either way. But I think definitely first game. Let's take another look at WISP. I think WISP had a lot of problems today in their first series. On that one, sorry, this one against LeftRightGnight. But obviously, LeftRightGnight have seemed to have been causing everyone problems. So it's maybe not quite as much of a flame of WISP now they weren't able to handle it as what it could have been. And then for the EU side of things, let me go back out. Let's see. Which one's the EU one? That one. For the EU one, let's see. So SR Peak Check versus Team Peps. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be very one-sided, but these are maybe the more interesting teams. Then Supreme Check and Arya versus winner. So let's presume this is SR, right? And this will be Supreme Check. I mean, the thing is, Supreme Check, even though I guess in theory are a better team, but Arya are like for one tricks. So yeah, so again, this one's actually really hard. Maybe I'll just see. I'm gonna be watching it with hopefully watching it with Landon tomorrow. That's the initial plan, but yeah, we'll wait and see what happens and we'll play it by ear. But yeah, where am I going? All right. Let's go back. Let's go back to me. Let's go back to me for a second. So yeah, so we'll do the same again tomorrow. Hunter's still away for his Nan's thing. Chris is still in China. Hadi will obviously be. I don't think he is playing in the first one, but I imagine he'll actually be scrimming these EU hours. Then Landon might well be available for the EU one. Maybe Jamie will be now. Backbone. Maybe Backbone will be available now, and I can rope Backbone into it as well. So, follow on Twitter, follow on the channel. We'll be live at the time, and there will be a combination of people here to bring you the games. So we'll just sort of play it by ear. But yeah, good series. I think people were saying Seeker went nuclear when he needed it, and yeah, we talked maybe a little bit earlier how actually it was Lethal popping up with maybe some of the more crucial kills or even Vision when they were swapping back and forth. But I think Seeker really locked in when he needed to in those last couple of maps. Big clutch when he needed it. I think in general, one of the most impressive things about that comeback from Timeless was that Coliseum and that Shimbali were actually just really composed. It was just good Overwatch. It wasn't a dogfight. It wasn't messy. It didn't rely on their star players to clutch or their Overwatch League talent to look like Overwatch League talent. They kind of just man-moded it. That's the wrong expression, not man-moded it. They kind of just won through structure and good organized play. And that's a really promising sign. That's it's more if you can do that, you can do that consistently. You don't need to rely on someone to go massive. Obviously, Seeker had some nice moments, but the main reason they were able to do so well on Shambai, I think, was really just down to good play, good structure. So yeah, so maybe actually makes the American side of Flash Ops quite interesting because suddenly LeftRightGnight look like a really exciting team, and Timeless actually still look like a really good contender as well. Whether anyone can sort of take that swing and take any blows off Primus Tornado, we'll have to wait and see. We'll find out the answer to that question really on Saturday mostly. Let's see what we got. So who do you think is winning between PT and Timeless? And that's the upper or the higher one. Yeah, I have to give it to Primus Tornado. Obviously, I've not watched any of them play, but just feels like it should be a meta they're pretty good at, right? I don't think I've seen Kaluj play all that much Ram, but in general, I expect him to be quite good at it. Likewise, in general, it's just a nice comp for a lot of their roster. Sam can play Mei, Hydron can play Sojourn, Kaluj can play Ram, Lucio and Bap for OG and UV. Seems really reasonable for them, so I don't know. I think it's not impossible, and I think it'll be maybe closer than people expect because Primus Tornado have they're the 10-0 team, right? But I think it'll be much closer than people expect. And if Timeless play, especially like they're doing his last two maps, well, actually, I think it'll be a real test of how good a team Primus Tornado are. Are they just a team of good players, or are they actually a good team? And there's obviously a big difference, especially in these more macro-heavy metas. So we'll see that one tomorrow. As a lie, we won't see that one tomorrow. We'll see that game on Saturday, actually, because we're going to do the lower brackets. The lower bracket round 1 and the lower bracket quarterfinal tomorrow for both EU and NA. But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed it. That's going to do me because it's obviously quite late. We'll be back for more of the same tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be able to iron out any of the problems. I've obviously learned, I guess, a few technical things as we've gone along here. So it seems like I know more than I did yesterday, which is a good thing. We'll be able to iron out some of these problems, hopefully put on a pretty decent show. And then, yeah, I guess I'll see everyone tomorrow. Same time, same place, starting with the EU one nice and early on. All right, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you next time.